Nice.
Hello,
I like the
baby.
little nasty voices that I have to fade out at the beginning.
Is the stream all nice and warm and splashy for everyone?
It is. It's very splashy. Everyone likes being in the stream.
The stream.
Maybe.
The
Maybe
yellow
they do.
stream.
Don't
Maybe
cross the
they
streams.
don't. Oh my god, there's too many stream jokes. Too many stream jokes.
So we need to streamline the
All
dialogue.
right. Welcome to Skull and Shackles session 7. You guys are almost at double numbers. You're doing
Wrong
super
game.
good.
Wrong game.
Iron Gods!
Oh, excuse
Iron
me. Iron Gods session 7. Crap. Let's hope I put the right thing on the stream info. Hey, surprise. Who knows what you're listening to right now? Because I apparently don't, and I'm supposed to be running it.
Gregorian chant music. Whoa.
It's like the internet version of Deck of Many Things. You don't know what you're doing.
Who knows what you're gonna get?
Delfling, eh?
Oh my god.
Oh, please tell me you watched it.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Okay,
Who watched? Is
so
somebody gonna watch it? There we go.
I absolutely. Okay, so did you figure out who all the different voice actors were before you looked it up?
I haven't yet, but I've got to go back and watch. I've only watched the first couple, so I've got to go
Okay.
back there because I ran out of time.
No worries. Oh my goodness. Well, do you want me to tell you who's in there and then see if you could spot it, or do you want to try to figure it out on your own?
Go for it.
Spoiler alert
I already-
on the podcast. Spoiler.
I already
alert.
know a couple people in it.
Spoil. I don't think voice actors count as spoilers, do they?
No, I guess not.
Some of them are really recognizable, some aren't. Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about two of them because that I feel like would be a spoiler. No, but I think Mark Hamill is incredibly obvious because he's the Chamberlain and
Right.
he's the scientist. He's the scientist. Simon Pegg is the Chamberlain. Yes.
Oh, okay. Because Mark
his
Hamill does a million
acting was
voices.
Crazy. Like I could barely even recognize him. I thought it was freaking awesome. But
Right, well,
you could definitely.
Hang on a second. We've got to bring in the next player.
What?
Oh.
Now recording.
Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Hello.
How's it going?
What up, Craig?
Hello, Craig.
Good old Craig.
Are you, and when you take over as the cyber overlords, I remember we all liked you first. So
We did like Craig. Craig is very helpful and low bandwidth. That's what Craig is. Hello, Pickle.
Pickle.
Pickle says hi. Weasley also says hi.
oh, another Weasley.
Weasley. It's because he's a big ginger.
That's right.
You know, so my son's working on these dialectical journal things for reading, and he is now in Order of the Phoenix, the Harry Potter books, and spoiler alert, like
Book's been out for a decade and a half. I don't think that's.
I know. I'm like, big fat
Big
question
movies.
mark. So he actually wrote some really insightful stuff about why the twins made good prefects, and like talking about them being good leaders and charismatic and all this stuff. I was like, I was really impressed.
But the twins weren't. The twins weren't prefects.
So they weren't, but he was talking about why they would have been, because so he had to take a quote and he had to expand upon it and then talk about what he was thinking about.
So it's all fan theory.
Kind of, yeah. And so they're trying to teach you to think deeper in the story, and it was talking about when Miss Weasley is talking about Ron getting it, and Harry starts like, "What does he get it? That's not fair. I'm the one that fucking gets like everybody tries to murder me," and he's like pissed off for a little bit about it.
I don't remember the dialect of the Weasley family being like Flavor Flav, but you might be right. I don't.
Play.
Yo, faux shizzle, west side of the wizarding world, yo.
And he, like, I was just impressed that he took that and then started pulling away the layers of like why the Weasleys would make good ones and not, and blah blah blah. And technically, it's not like, well, yeah. Anyways,
And that's a really good segue to the wizard of our group, who is Lx&R, Alexander for short.
So, who would like to recap what happened last session?
Bill drank fluids.
Hey!
got really fucked up.
Bill regretted it. Don't be like Bill.
There was a Kiernan was definitely, we walked in on a med bay that was splattered with gore. We basically, well, let's back up. We kind of walked into an area that seemed to be like a conference room or some kind of room that had blood splattered everywhere. And so when we started to investigate the room, we found a computer terminal and started to investigate that. I was trying to assist Alexander in his download of the computer, but it looked like it was broken, malfunctioning in some way, because there wasn't a way to get any cohesive information. It just seemed to be spewing random things, images, log files. It didn't seem to give concrete information. Correct me if I'm wrong. Keep me honest here, guys.
That's good.
I was guarding a door that was really close to make sure Alexander wasn't jumped, but also trying to assist him. But then after he started getting more into the computer, I started to get bored and investigated the room, and it was a security locker room essentially for workers of some kind, and locked door here or there. Whoops, it's not unlocked anymore. We found lots of really interesting loot, including a couple of stun grenades, a couple of boom boom grenades, and a couple of shock grenades. I mean, we found a few items of loot, including some pretty sick armor that Alexander was able to use. That was a chameleon suit that essentially allowed him to not only blend in, but increase his armor rating at the same time. We continued our investigations and came across what looked like some type of, this is Kiernan's interpretation, some kind of science experimentation room. And in one of the tank's cells, wasn't much of a cell because he was able to come and go as he pleased, some kind of brain creature. I don't recall the description, but it was someone that kind of telepathically got into our heads and was able to talk to us. What's that?
It was like a plant that looked like a brain.
Oh, a plant that looked like a brain. Okay, I didn't catch that the first time, I think. Cool, okay. But seemed to be cordial at first, but then started to become more and more insistent about, the red stuff. I like the red stuff, implying the meat and the blood that was all around the room. We were able to get information from this creature's thoughts, I believe it was. It projected its thoughts into us, that there were robots that essentially won the fight, which was indicative of all the blood throughout the rooms. It looked like robots, some had lost, but the robots ultimately won the fight against some 2-armed humanoids, which imply visitors from Torch, potentially. And they were killed or knocked unconscious, probably killed, and dragged through this room elsewhere. So we were like, oh, we'll find you some of the yummy meat to eat, and kind of hastened out of the room. And it was still in our heads, I think I remember. But we traveled down and found a med bay. As soon as we opened the door, I didn't hear anything to it. And then we opened the door, and then boom, there was this big medical robot that.
It's because robots don't make much noise.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't call shenanigans on it. It was just sort of like that whole,
until
door.
they're actually doing stuff.
It's like that door that Han Solo has open, and he sees Darth Vader in the dining table, and just pulls out his blaster. So as soon as that door opened, I just, oh shit, jumped at it with my rapier and dagger, or my short swords, I should say, and stabby.
In the face.
Yeah, well, it turned around and it had a clawed hand, like some kind of like bone saw as one arm, and the other arm was like fingers that had syringes, and stabbed me, and essentially poisoned me. and I felt like really weak and slow and kind of like lethargic. And
So no change.
yeah, exactly. And so I did some really good damage to it. Wit swung at her Morning Star of Doom and smashed it, and we ultimately rendered into a pile of dust. And it was like, oh my gosh, I felt like really hurt from that and really run down. So I thought, well, I've got all this these different magical and technological concoctions with me. One of them's got to be a potion that might help. So like I drank a big pint of Numerian fluids, and then lost 2 con because it's the way the Numerian fluids work. Lost 2 die 4 to con, but I gained 1. I gained 4 points to wisdom.
Temporarily.
Yeah, so I was reduced to 4 con and lost a ton of hit points. I was like at 3 hit points, I think, and I was in some bad shape. But I was also addicted to Numerian fluids, so I was looking for all these different radiator hoses to suckle on and all that kind of stuff from the walls. And
Stay away from my hose.
come on, man, just hook me up. I was like, like,
That's right.
yeah, I'll suck your dick with a cheeseburger, anyway. So yeah, I was all strung out from that, and it was like kind of like sick, hurt, and it was sort of a bad life choice, really. But thought it might work, and so now I'm a little bit wiser on the matter. But we essentially, through a little bit of my urging, sort of, maybe playing wimp, or oh, my liver, my liver, my liver, kind of like
My pancreas is
yeah.
itchy.
Oh, I got spots on my taint. No, I've so we all kind of went to town to heal up and report back our findings, and I believe there was a computer panel for an elevator that Alexander deduced was in working order, with the exception of a broken part that was blocking a couple of floors. And so he grabbed the broken part with the hopes of going to the blacksmith in town to either get it fixed or get a new replacement made based on that template. And I was like, yeah, we got to go back to town to do that, to fix that. Yeah, that's right. Let's get back to town. And
Let's get the thing
upon
fixed.
getting back to town, Kiernan's dazzling charm was able to, look sufficiently pathetic to the priest of Bry to get healed up with a little bit of deductions of coin, but a lot of generosity from the temple on the behalf of the town to our benefit.
It strikes me too, since we're staying at a tavern next to the forge, that the guy we're looking for may be one of the prominent blacksmiths in the town, but hopefully there are a few others. But I probably should try a mending cantrip on that little part just to see if that'll work. But
let's see. What does mending actually do? What's the limitation?
Let's see. Did I actually fill that out on this thing?
I'm hearing lots of clicks, Hal. How about you? Clickety click.
You're clicking too. You change your top.
No.
No.
Okay, let's see. One object
No.
up to a pound a level.
Were you asking her to change her top right now? I wasn't clear what you were saying.
Oh, I just didn't notice the owl before.
That's a pretty psychedelic owl.
Thanks.
So mending is one object up to a pound a level. Repairs damaged objects, restoring a D4 hit points to the object. If it has the broken condition, it's removed. If the object restored to at least half its original hit points, all of the pieces of the object must be present for it to function.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Okay, so
you're missing.
Okay, so I need make whole or a smith.
You don't know where the piece is. It's missing a chunk of itself.
So we need make whole or
have to have it repaired.
Was it the only part of its type in that panel, or was there like 4? And
There are other pieces. There were other couplings in there that attach cables to this box. This one just is broken.
But we probably can't disconnect the other cables to connect that cable to still make it work.
no, but it's more of a if it's a Z-shaped piece of metal, for example, and all 4 of them are Z-shaped, and this one's the 5th, and it's in half, then we kind of know at least what shape it is. That was my
Yes, Alexander knows what it looks like, what he needs to do to it.
gotcha.
It just needs to be repaired.
So it is beyond the scope
Hello,
of
Wade.
mending.
So
Bummer.
I guess we could check with the guy's daughter to see if she's a decent forge person, or we could go back and look for him.
Yeah, not to interrupt you though, Alexander, but did I recap everything correctly?
I think so.
I don't think I missed anything. We
We
still have that brain guy that's out of his box and potentially wandering. I don't think he has the ability to get out of that room without a
I didn't seem to
key.
know what doors were unless he read that from one of our minds when he was rummaging around. But he didn't appear to read that we're all full of red food. So, well, all you guys are full of red
Don't
food.
think it. Don't think it. Don't think it. Not red food. I'm not red.
Oh, it's like Alexander could think it all he wants. He's not full of red food. He's full of light and data.
There's some oozy bits and gray stuff, and
It's spicy. Lick a 9-volt battery. Ah.
Basically right. So, what are you doing? You're back in town. You've been healed and you are hanging out.
Sweet.
Do you have anything to sell? Anything to buy? Anything to do? Anybody you want to visit?
Well, we were looking to sell that thump gun, right? That stunner. That was like $3,000, right?
Well, that's its purchase price.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, yeah, whatever we can negotiate, but that's the town might buy it for their museum. I mean, I don't know if we might want to hold on to it for now.
Buy it to shoot people with.
The head of the Temple of Bree is interested in looking at artifacts, and then there's that other guy, that Sanvil Trett, that may be part of the Technic League.
Again with the Technic League. I'm starting to doubt they exist because I've seen 2 things about the Technic League: jack and shit.
You've seen plenty of them. They just haven't told you that's who they are.
Yeah, and it'll be the 13 Illuminati. That's why the torch is out.
Do you walk up to everybody and say, "Hi, I'm a ruthless thug. Please give me your money"?
Well, actually,
Yeah.
do. It saves a lot of time, really.
Yeah, it cuts right through the bullshit.
That's right. She knows me. You complete me.
Oh. With my sad little dinosaur band-aid.
What did you do to your finger?
You really want to know?
Someone kicked her in the butt.
No. And it hurt my thumb. No, was rinsing out a yogurt cup, and it had a foil lid on it, and a piece of the foil was still on there, and I slid my finger around it, just sliced into my finger. So, ow!
Worse than a paper cut. That sucks.
Yeah.
Right. That's a lot less of an interesting story than it could have been.
Well, there was these ninjas, right? And I had this candy for Halloween and this pumpkin.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
done. So are you going to try and sell this gun?
Well, I mean, we can hold on to it for now if you guys want to, but do we have anything that we want to buy? You're kind of hiding your shiny armor, but I mean,
what's the part of the inventory you might want to sell as well?
We've got a couple potions of cure light wounds if we need them now, so that's good.
no, I want to keep. Well, let's keep those, right?
Yeah, and we have silver disc, which is basically money. We got a chain shirt.
That chain shirt was just a normal one, right? We can sell that.
Yeah, grippers.
Oh, yeah, that was actually Tatia's chain shirt. She got a masterwork one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we can sell this, and I hold it up and I smell her scent, and then I like, okay, we can turn that in.
And I assume you want to keep the grenades and the anesthesia.
Sure.
I don't know when you want to numb someone up before throwing
That's right.
grenades at them.
Sleep.
You could numb both their legs and then throw
That's right.
grenades at them as they try to run away.
Yeah.
We
It's
all
okay.
have,
It's okay. Sleep now. Sleep.
Yeah. We all have nets. The stun gun is time worn, but I mean, it's more compact if we.
The chain shirt is worth 100 gold pieces new, so you'd be able to sell it for 50 in town if you wanted to.
Okay. Are you keeping track of the loot? I don't want to put it
Sure.
on you thing. I just was not sure. I don't want to assume, but I don't want to like, oh, you're doing it. You know.
Yeah, I'll
I appreciate you doing it.
deduct the chain shirt and add the
You can see the
45
party
gold.
inventory. It should be in your journal.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but too many cooks, right? Like I don't want to be in there monkeying around.
You can read it. You can glance through it to see what you guys have got.
Yeah, but Thing and I and
In the hook.
Whitney can. We'll all add 50 gold pieces because we sold a chain shirt. Yeah.
That's how that way everybody adds. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. How many batteries do you have now? Just the 3?
No, I've got 4 just myself.
You've got batteries. Okay.
And then Tatia has 2, one in the flashlight and one extra. And I
Right.
don't know if we have any others.
Actually, they don't stay in. You just slide them into the slot and they pop out again
Right.
after
They
transfer.
pop out as a silver disc.
Charge.
Oh, so she has
Yep.
one then, and then the one the
Oh,
flashlight's charged.
The flashlight was charged,
Yeah.
and then you had 2 additional black batteries. So she has a
Oh,
fully
okay.
charged flashlight and 2 batteries.
Right. I'll have to
Oh,
get
okay.
myself one if I ever use charges on my armor, but
Right.
Yeah, if you start running low on power like Wally from Pixar, you can pop it like a lozenge, like a lifesaver in your mouth, right?
we also have agate that we got off the halfling in the entryway to the.
You did an agate from way back.
If we
No
wanna-
one actually successfully managed to value, I believe.
There was a gem that I did appraise. I don't remember which one it was though.
Right.
That's the only one I see
necklace?
in the inventory.
I thought I did. I don't recall.
The
Listeners, please chime in.
it looks like you had the necklace appraised. I thought we did that when we went to like the church.
Well, the holy symbol of the god of accidental death that nobody wants to touch.
Yes.
Right.
That one
Including me.
has that on there. Other than that, it doesn't look like we've had anything else appraised.
Somebody want to try and appraise the agate?
I can give it a shot to make sure we call bullshit. I don't want some guy. Yeah, it's worth 3 gold. It's crazy.
Right.
Oops. Acrobatics is not going to really do it, right? But
Veggie
carrying that. What veggie pygmy? What?
I just saw that Hal had a roll for a veggie pygmy on
funny.
here. Veggie pygmy
So
class.
my appraise is +0. So I rolled a 19
blame
plus 0. So I rolled a natural 19.
How can I see your roll?
What?
Yeah, you're not rolling on. Are you in Gene rolls or something? No, then
No.
Hal would see them.
No, I
No,
see it. I totally see it.
You could secretly roll to yourself.
Oh, I clicked on the ruddy. Well, actually, I clicked on acrobatics by accident, but I clicked on the skill, and it shows.
We believe you. It's just annoying that it's not displayed.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, Buligup's roll works.
All right. So
Oh,
I'll roll a couple more appraises for shits and grins.
Oh, there you go. We got you.
Okay. Well, then why the hell wasn't my first
How
one
weird.
taken? Maybe it was because it was
I don't know.
queued up or something.
We'll
I
take
rolled a natural 19, but I rolled a 26 acrobatics, but I meant to roll an appraise.
So you've got a 20 there. So let's say that you know that it's worth 55 gold pieces.
All right.
Should we try and exchange it for 55 so we can just carry a bunch of coins rather than a small agate?
Well, it's usually the opposite. You want to carry the small agate instead, but it's sometimes more advantageous to use it as a trading item for money when you go to purchase something.
So what are we doing?
Well, I'd like to improve my armor situation, truth be told. I don't know if masterwork, like how much would masterwork studded leather be? Or like elven chain is probably beyond my means financially, right?
I
But
think it's what, 20 gold pieces?
We have 167 in the party inventory and 75 silver discs. I can't
75
remember.
silver discs translates to some kind of moolah.
Are they 10 each
150
or?
gold pieces.
Okay.
Each silver disc is basically a platinum.
Each silver disc is basically a what?
Platinum piece.
It's a platinum.
So 10 gold.
It's worth 10 gold. Yeah, okay, so light armor is worth 25, so masterwork light armor is worth 125. So you'd be able to sell it for what? 125, so about 65 gold
All right.
if you wanted to sell it.
Sell what?
A masterwork studded leather.
No, I want to buy it.
then it'll be
I have
125.
regular studded leather right now, and I'd like to buy it.
Will the masterwork help you?
It will remove the armor check penalties, right?
Correct. I believe. But does it just reduce the... No, it is yeah, it's the armor check penalty. You're right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because I mean, everyone's got better armor than I got, but
it's 125 gold to.
it's just one of those. It's one of those things where everyone's got better armor front, so it's like a little bit of a. I feel like a pincushion, you know.
You're in the back most of the time, right? So it's not too terrible.
Not really. I'm in the front all the time, opening the doors and touching touching the plates. Like, ooh, does that blow up? Nope. Does that?
I'm in the back where wizards belong.
That is true. It is where wizards belong.
And I'm blazing everywhere like a loony idiot because I like it that way.
Yeah.
I chose my team wisely.
So you're wandering around town, and Sanvil Trett comes up to you. Greetings, friends. I hear from rumors that you're selling things. I hope you're not selling anything technological, because I would certainly like to buy it.
Not at the moment, I believe. Just trying to improve some armor. Trade in old stuff.
The priest of Bry said you came out injured and required some significant levels of healing. It must be dangerous under the hill.
Stabby robots.
Robots, you say? Did you bring one out? I would be very interested.
Parts of it.
Maybe I could come with you next time you go. It must be safe down there now. You've been in a few times, right?
Oh, but not really. I mean, there's automated defense systems, and there's we went. The room we had to flee was what? How many people? You'd say 5 that were all slaughtered. There was blood all over the walls and ceiling.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
Oh, and there's the plant that speaks to your mind.
Yeah, there was that. That was disturbing.
He apparently likes blood,
and he was carnivorous. Yeah.
This all sounds extremely interesting. Maybe I could come with you the next foray.
I'm going to size him up. I'm going to do an insight check. I'm going to size him up. Is this guy like a mealy little scholar guy that's over enthusiastic, or does this guy have a hidden agenda? You know.
Well, supposedly he's a merchant. So
a scholar guy, or does he have a hidden agenda?
Well, I'm trying to. What's insight in this thing? I don't see insight.
Sense motive.
Oh, sense motive.
I'll roll sense motive for the fun of it too.
I am sucky at it. I think he's.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
He's part of the Technic League. Don't let him in.
Let's see what I can get with that.
I caught him looking at Tatia's bum. Don't let him in.
Looks like this.
So like, if Vinny Barbarino wanted to like dress with Japanese hairstyles and things,
that's totally like Vinny Barbarino's totally jumped into my head. I'm so confused. All the young listeners on our podcast are like, "What? Who are they talking about?"
All right,
John Travolta, welcome back, Cotter. Look it up.
Look at that.
So, yes, that's what Sanvil looks like.
Hello, Sanvil.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I'll sense
He
your
carries a-
motive.
He carries a handful of silver discs apparently and a sword.
I'm doing a sense motive on Tatia because I might have to kill this guy. Natural 20. So she.
Yep.
So it's either cold in this room or she's excited by him, and I am very, very angry.
She managed to sprint a leak.
But I hide it like a master.
Oh God. Yes.
Sanvil has a longsword that looks very well made. Beyond that, he has a bunch of pouches and pockets attached to his garments, and that's basically it.
Cool.
Sanvil.
All right, so
I can look after myself a little. You wouldn't have to look after me too much.
So I'm gonna like lean over and whisper, hey, it could be good or it could be bad. And if it's bad, then he's a meat shield.
That's true. We could flee while the brain fungus is eating him or something.
So, I mean, like, I'm all for giving everybody a chance, but I mean, like, if it's the zombie apocalypse, somebody's got to go down so I can get ahead. But like,
I think Kiernan would volunteer.
Well, we're
to
the
go
ones
down.
we're the ones that are supposed to be getting famous, and I don't know if I like this guy muscling in on our action. Like he's going to expect to share the loot. And
No, I wouldn't. I just.
oh,
want
I'm
to look at
not.
it.
We're not talking with him within earshot. We're inner monologue counseling amongst ourselves. Like he can sod off. He's not listening in on that. But yeah, I'm fine if you want to. Hey, I'm just one vote. If you guys want to, invite him in, then I don't know if the cat gets a vote. But what does Buligup think? Hey, Francois, this is an English knigget. What do you think?
I do not think it is bad. More, he can come and maybe look at things with a different light. He knows the technology, and maybe we can find some robots to smash. Huh?
Maybe he can find some kind of off switch so you can smash them while they're not trying to kill you.
Yeah, smashing the robots.
So should we ask him to meet us by the lakeside in the morning?
He's a vote yes. I'm a vote no. What do you guys think? What does the kitty say?
What's the kitty say?
My kitty gets a vote?
No, I'm kidding.
No,
but Tatia, what's your vote? And keeping in mind I have a natural 20/21 on sense motive for you.
Well, if we don't take him with us, he might just follow us and then learn all our secrets anyways.
You know what? Why don't we ask him to go to the bar with us?
Go to the bar.
And then see what he's up
Skill
to.
test? Wait, the bar we're staying at or like Silver Disc Hall?
I don't know. Where do y'all want to go? I was thinking, a place with booze. Where we can test his fortitude. If he
Well, he seems to be like a straight up kind of guy, so maybe the normal town, the higher end tavern.
We take him back to the tavern and pour him a glass of Numenarian fluids. and see if he knows the difference.
Don't worry about the green color. It's called Mountain Dew. It's a drink. It'll make you smell colors. It's awesome.
With a float of creme de menthe on the top.
Yes.
Horrifying, isn't
it?
If you play your cards right, it might even let you secrete Numenarian fluids out of your own body for the rest of your life.
Isn't that horrible?
I love that it just says that you can ingest them and you can't do anything else with them.
Yeah, all you can do is ingest it yourself.
No butt chugging.
That's right.
Right? Well, yeah, I guess it's, unless someone opens you up and decides to
so yeah, let's go to the tavern. I'll meet up with you guys. I'll be
Are you
right
going
there.
to the tavern that's closed where you guys are staying, or are you going to Silver Disc Hall?
Well, if the one that we're staying at is closed, then I guess
It's closed as in it's not an open tavern, but it's open to you.
Well, that depends if we're going to be pushing the realms of social norms if we invite someone else into that inner circle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel
Well,
like we should just take
I
him
think
out
we
to a
should.
public bar and
Yeah.
get him a little tipsy and see what happens.
now
we
that we
really
no
we
longer
really
have our
do have we really do have some of our own fortunes too. So I'm definitely one of the kind of character to share that, or indulging in that hedonistic trait of mine to live it up. Like I saw death. I saw the eyes of death staring right at me, and I was like, tomorrow we may die, so today we live.
do we want to split
What
up the
is
party
best in life?
split out the party money then, or
Sure. Before this guy starts to expect the cut.
well, just if you're going to be spending money in town,
Sure.
Why don't we tell him to meet us at the bar and we'll figure out our money stuff so he doesn't even know that's going on and be like, hey, meet us in like, I don't know, half an hour?
Sure.
Cool. Sounds good.
Good idea.
All right. Well,
All right.
see,
Break.
are y'all ready for me to talk to him? Because I would love to talk to him.
Well, I was gonna go off and I was gonna do my own thing for a bit. Like I was gonna go back to that gambling hall and do a little bit of drop some coin and reconnoiter and kind of. I want to get some info on this guy. Like, how long has he been in town? Who knows him? Is he like an established guy, or has he kind of just been here for a few months? Like, what's this guy's angle? I want to know both the well-known um, reputation, but also like, does he owe people money, or does he work with some of the undesirables in town? I kind of wanted to do some gather info on that. I don't know what that
Okay.
role is, but
I'm going to go with knowledge local would be the one to go with.
fair. Grease some palms. And do I get a bonus by greasing some palms with money, like bribing?
Maybe you do.
Well, I'll dump like I don't know. It's a small town with not a small town, but it's like people don't have like artifacts walking around. I'm gonna dump 7 gold in the effort.
Sounds good.
My dog is snoring.
Do it.
And I will do knowledge local. I don't know what plus I will get, but I am rolling. I'm gonna use my. I think this is pretty important. I'm gonna use my special trait, where once a day I am able to roll twice and take the better result on a skill check or ability check.
Pretty nice.
Dun, 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 dun. I think this one's pretty important to me. At least it's important to me. So, knowledge local.
What's that trait?
21. That's a good upgrade.
That's good.
I know all the things. Spill it.
You kind of spent some time around Silver Disc Hall asking about Sanvil Trett, and it seems like he's been a pretty regular figure in the town for quite some time. He's well known as a trader in technological artifacts. He is fair and knowledgeable. He'll often share his knowledge of artifacts just to handle the artifact rather than charging for it. But if anyone wants to sell, he is generally willing to buy. He will occasionally leave town and come back with other artifacts, and the assumption is that he goes to other places to trade. But he generally spends most of his time here in Torch.
Okay. When he leaves town, does he go by himself, or does he hire an entourage to accompany him?
Sometimes he goes on his own, and sometimes he goes with guards. It depends. Seems to depend on what he's transporting.
So this guy might be a player if he's okay. So I'll throughout the night, without him overhearing, I'm going to relay this back to the group, thinking this guy might be pretty badass if he's able to leave town and not be guarded, essentially. But like, while Tatia is talking to him, I'll tell Alexander. When Bulligup's talking to him, I'll let Tatia know, that kind of thing.
So you guys are meeting at Silver Disc Hall anyway, right? So you're there early.
Oh, if I split the cash out from the party pot, it's basically 18 gold, or 52 gold and 18 silver discs each.
That's good. Buligup will take that.
15 silver discs.
18 silver discs.
Okay, so that's essentially 18 platinum pieces, basically, right?
Correct.
Cool.
All right, where's coinage on the sheet? Is there coinage on the sheet?
Yeah, on the additional tab.
Yep, on the additional tab. Yeah, that's where I'm putting it.
So it's 18 platinum and how much gold?
18. Or sorry, just had that up. 52
gold.
And
52 gold. Okay, Buligup is loaded.
I'm gonna get those silver. I'm gonna get those silver discs to line my teeth like Flavor Flav. I'll just be like, hey,
like Flavor, because he knows what time it is.
That's right. But this is, come on, pal. This is fantasy. We have to have a big sundial hanging from our.
Oh, that's right. A big stone sundial hanging from
a sun X.
And serious spine problems.
No, you need a giant orrery.
There you go.
All right, that's what you want, a whole orrery.
Exactly. Now that's bling.
That's not pissing me out.
Awesome.
That's wizard bling.
That is wizard bling.
Right, so I'm gonna proceed to I'm gonna stay on task and get to know this guy a little bit, but I will quickly drop off and start to overindulge in drink and indulge in the hedonistic trait, which is a negative quality for me.
You're going to get pissed drunk and start
Well,
gambling.
I'm not going to just chug and get drunk instantly. It's more of like a process, right? And I will probably do some type of childish, sophomoric passes at Tatia along the way too, you know?
I will observe people and try and see if I can make sense of the statistical anomalies in the room and people's behavior.
Statistical anomalies. Okay, you spent time. Sanvil is pleasant, generous, reasonably well liked by people who walk by. A lot of people will say hello to him. He's quite well known in the area. Even, what the hell's he called? The guy with the bad beard.
Garmin?
Garmin, that's right. Even Garmin greets him warmly at the door.
They're obviously in league. They go to the same Technic League meetings.
I love how paranoid you are about the Technic League. It's hilarious.
I almost took that trait.
What? Something about murdering the Technic League or something.
Yeah, but I went for the one that just makes me despise all people that aren't androids, pretty much. So.
So rather than just despising the Technic League, you despise everybody.
Well, I mean, how serious are you about this? Do you want to like gather intelligence and like find out if they have a secret handshake or a hideout, or take the fight to them? It's like, how much are you divulging to us as your friends, you know, or not trusting us at all? That's fine too. It's up to you.
I'd prefer to avoid them unless I can learn their secrets. But you know,
remember, from Alexander's point of view, the Technic League are in the game to take him to pieces and figure out how he works.
So I wouldn't mind turning the tails on them and figuring out how they work, but you know.
I'm gonna start like chopping Technic League people apart. That's horrifying.
No, but you could have a very crafty friend and ally that becomes one of their number as a double agent.
Double agent.
Well, once I learn to, you know, implant cybernetic arms and legs, I have to start experimenting with that somewhere.
Secret handshake, Illuminati.
How's that a handshake?
Because two people do it.
You go.
Come together. And yeah, there you go.
Ah.
But then sometimes when you go to people like that, they think you're doing baby shark, so they're going shark, and then you punch them. You know,
daddy shark.
So it's either Illuminati or you kill them because they're doing baby shark. Either way, it's XP. Either way, it's XP. Really, you know. I'd be 5th level already if I killed everyone that I really wanted to. You know.
Can I speak to I forget her name. The lady that's letting us stay here, who's the daughter of the guy we're looking for in the.
Al.
Oh. Does she
Called Val.
perchance Val? Does she perchance know the arts of smithing?
I'm not as good as my father.
We have a.
He's one of the experts here. There's some smiths down. Most of them are in the bar, I would imagine.
Anybody you'd trust to smith glausite and repair this little doohickey?
A few that could do it. They'll charge you a little bit, but there's a few that could manage it.
Of course, there's a chance we could just find your father before we need to actually use this and bring him back. And
I'm sure if you could bring him back, he would do it for you for nothing.
all right, I'll tell my friends we need to find him first. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure she's happy that our enthusiasm of finding her father hinges on what we can get from him.
Exactly. Not nice.
Hey, that's how it
It's
works.
pretty fun.
Hey,
Used to
it's not like I
catch
just
my
asked
back.
to. It's not like I asked to read all his spell. I should ask to read all his spell books to help find him and learn it.
Learn his inner secrets.
Oh, this
The
spell
only
could be
way we're
useful
going
in
to
finding him.
know how it works.
We have to
The only way
we have to
know.
read his journals to see what he was working on. It might be
Well, no,
relevant.
because if I take his spell book with him, I can just read off of it like scrolls.
Oh God. Guys,
Oh, just
spell book out. Okay, I
burn
read
all
this
the
spell,
spells.
and the page disappears. I read this spell book.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things you can do to wizards sometimes.
Right?
No, I would
Pretty
copy it into
terrible.
mine. Yeah, that's where I'd spend all my money. But yeah,
Copy all his spells. So, what are we doing? Are we done with town? Are we?
Yeah, I
Are we
think
taking
I
our
think we
friend
do, I think
Sanvil?
this is where we would do our rest and then wake up fresh, kind of like retcon a little bit of what.
Are you taking Sanvil with you? If so, will you let him stay with you at the inn, or are you going to collect him from his house?
Well, I'm leaving that to the group. I was kind of a no, worried about the my no vote was based on the fact that he's gonna eat into our treasure and into our fame.
well, I
You
mean,
haven't asked him whether he'd request any treasure.
Well,
I mean,
I
not
was
if he perishes in the dungeon. He won't get very famous for that.
He might, but depends how he dies, right?
Well, and how we tell people he died.
Oh,
right
that's died like a little
because
bitch begging
because
for his life.
because reality is what the messengers make of it.
No, but what people know of reality is what we tell them if they didn't
That's
observe
right.
the facts.
But
This
we're the
is getting
messengers.
real creepy, real quick.
Ixnay on the Oracle.
But I
area.
mean, if he's got his own place, he might want to stay there unless Tasha wants to bunk with him. Unless she wants to bunk with him at his place.
That's funny.
She-
Yes.
We just met the lad. Tatia has better morals than that. I, however, don't. But
That is like part of my morals. I'm gonna do
She's a Varasian woman, so you know.
that.
Besides being a human meat bag.
Meat bag.
okay, so yeah, I mean, whatever you guys decide. I was a tentative no, but I'm not adamant against it. And Tatia, I think, said you were a yes or something. Or no, Buligup was yes.
Based off of what we've heard in town, I'm always up for having another helpful hand. Yeah.
That
I'm a
carries
yes.
it then.
I don't have a strong motive against it. Although if he is in the Technic League, then at least we know where he is if he's with us.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Oh, that's funny.
That's how that works, Alexander. I will teach you the ways of the world, and you can teach me some of the finger wagglings that you do.
Finger wagglings.
So I've got
like
some of that in my past, but not all of it.
So finger wagglings.
Mine involves less finger waggling and more booty shaking.
That's the somatic component, TNA.
Yes.
That's right.
So she can have her hands bound, but she can still wiggle and cast spells.
Hips don't lie.
That's a good character. That's a good character flaw there. I like that.
She just twerked a fireball.
Nice.
Wait, was it 2 left butt cheeks and 1 right, or 2 right and 1 left? Shoot.
So terrible. I see an entirely new wizard class forming here. Too terrible.
The conclave of Nicki Minaj.
Terrible.
That girl has an amazing booty. It's fake, but it's amazing. I don't have any problems with having fake bits, because if it's done well, good. Otherwise, that's a bad investment.
I suppose. Okay, so I guess the group's in agreement. Then we are inviting him to the group. However, I would like to have us all in agreement on, we don't really have a strong leader, but I don't want him leading us, and I also want to understand what he wants. What does he expect to gain out of it? If he's expecting like a claim to the artifacts and in the interests of the town, that's the problem I have with it, because we sort of filter what we give to the town or not give to the town and keep to ourselves. This guy might be like, whoa, this is the town's property, and that's the problem where we might have to.
I'm not sure how loyal he is to the town, since he travels through several other towns. He's probably just loyal to the Technic League.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you have a good point. It would be nice to see if there's anything that he expects to gain out of this. Maybe set some initial terms before we decide to let him join our party and agreeable to them.
So we have to make it. We do have to make it worth his while and treat him fairly too.
I'd just like to say it's session 7 and you still don't have a name for your merry band yet.
Alexander and the Meatbags.
Like it. It's a good band name.
There we go.
No, I think we should. How about the ninth circle
Of meatbags.
of meatbags? The ninth circle.
That's funny, meatbags.
How about the Shadow League?
But you're the only shadowy one.
What's your point?
And you left the shadows.
I like Lunar Mystery.
ELO.
I like
There is some appeal in the moon.
Moon pies.
The moon pies. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
In light of her new somatic components, I don't know if that's an appropriate name for the group.
We'll workshop.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
You should workshop it. You should whiteboard it. Okay. So Sanvil arrives and he seems ready. He has a backpack. He has his sword with him. He looks ready to go.
All right. Let us head out. We hopefully the breathing water is going to be able to be conveyed to him as well, if the town can vouch for him as part of our group now.
Well, do we even need it? We know the way, and we didn't need it to leave the.
Well, but why not get it?
Just in case there's more water deeper in.
You never know what we might come up against.
Since we are going back in, I'd probably love to also check that other door and maybe the rest of the desert area while we're searching, just to be completist. There could be other lost or injured members from former parties there to rescue.
Sure. I'm worried with those dead things that were walking around that swarmed us. I doubt anything's alive in that desert area, but we could definitely check out that second door. I was kind of intrigued as well.
Well, those dead things are either still dead or they are not dead again, and then we'll find out.
No, my point is that if anybody was in there, they are beyond rescuing. They would have been slaughtered by those things.
unless they have an interest in torture or other things.
Aren't you a cheery tin soldier? Oh, look on the bright side. They might be alive and just tortured beyond insanity. So
Well,
good.
I mean, I'm hoping somebody's holding on to the guy we're looking for, and we'll find him alive because he's worth double then, or more. Or no,
Yeah,
Actually,
because finding someone alive, it's important to get the.
or no, we get the
for it.
scroll if he's alive.
you get a scroll of resurrection.
Relighting the torch is worth the
Yes.
same as rescuing him.
Ah, yes, but if you use Mage Hand and do the weekend at Bernie's, look, he's alive. It's crazy. Quit,
And
pay
then
us
he
while
dro-
Alexander's distracted.
That's horrifying.
That might be
Remember,
beyond the
I
weight
remember
limit
my
on Mage
character's
Hand.
about the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law.
That's right.
All right, let's go. Onward! We shall go to the temple. Do we want to load up on any healing potions with any of our loot while we are at it?
Are we
We
gonna
have 2.
Are we gonna come up with those terms for Sanvil?
I think we can leave it ambiguous, and when he starts to overstep his bounds, we will correct his
Cut his hands
assumptions.
off.
Maybe not yet. Depends
Could
how
be
many
said.
infractions he has. We'll go all yakuza on him and do a finger at a time or something. But when I was in Karatur, that's kind of what they did back then. But
Naruto off with the fingers.
Look, don't touch.
Funny. Right?
I'd rather not put too many guardrails up on him just yet. Let's see what he asks for, and then that might, knowing what motivates him, get to get a good read on somebody knowing what motivates them. I think.
Cool. Sounds good.
And
I
if he
should-
doesn't actually ask, and we don't have strict parameters, we get to do what we want.
We can
We
call this a probationary period. And if he doesn't make the cut, we
Period.
switch.
Remember, there is no
Period.
good or evil. There's only power, and those too weak to seek it.
Only Zool. There's no Dana, only Zool.
Hey.
So
remember,
Temple of Bride to the lake to the skulks to the door.
we're gonna try the new north door this time. Throw Hal for a complete loop and
you
throw
did find
all the prep he did out the window.
We did find a new black card, and that lady went through it, so we know it can open. Whether she locked it or we just
Right.
the pink-haired lady whose name I believe we do not know.
No, you do not.
Yeah, it's the whole Shadowrun pink mohawk I'm worried about.
Right. She's a street samurai.
Wired reflexes. Oh shit.
Hey, it is possible in this game to have wired reflexes.
Smooth. All right.
Smart Link.
So you return to the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Sanvil swims reasonably elegantly through the water, and it doesn't look too incompetent. So you get to the cave. Are you going to try the north door?
I think that would be good, so we could. I mean, at least if it's a corridor, we can explore down and see if it's something we want. I know we want to go back to the area eventually to finish checking, since blood indicates there were people there, but
There is a bit of that.
But we know that the town folk went through that north door, but the mercenary band, we don't know which door Sanvil went through, right? So
yeah. Well, and I mean that door could very well come out in another part of the desert. So
it's fair. All right, well, let's go through because we know it was guarded by the little gremlins. My concern is that we don't. So if we're discussing this the night before in the tavern, I think that we should load up on, can we get some cold iron weapons? Because we already identified that they were susceptible to cold iron weapons.
Well, they're dead, unless there's more of them.
There's like, she might be a shit ton more of those things behind that door. I'm going to get at least a cold iron dagger. I don't know how much they cost. Is it with the blacksmith kind of missing? Is there any cold iron weapons we can get our fingers on?
Well, there's
10. You might be able to find some small ones, but I mean, fairies aren't a massive problem here, so it's not something that might be common.
Okay, I was just worried about we ran into them and had a tough deal with them, you know?
They tend to smith more advanced metals here.
they were
Uh,
susceptible
But
to
smithing
sleep
time
attacks.
is
Yep.
doing weird star metals.
So you memorize some of the sleeps, and we will tank you then, keep you protected. Sound good?
Yes, that sounds good.
I think I'm still gonna pick up a dagger if I can.
Yes, pick up the cold iron dagger.
Yeah.
What would that cost you? I think it's just standard dagger price, or is cold iron additional? Somebody's typing, and I think it's thing.
I don't know who's typing.
I
Yeah.
thought it was thing of how much a cold iron is. That's not your thing. I'm doing it.
You are the GM.
I'm doing it. Can't know everything, but I do have a computer.
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 Good.
Special materials. Elysian bronze, green wood, iron cold.
Oops.
What was that? You casting prestidigitation?
I was trying to expand it and I fired it off.
Cold iron. Hit points 30, hardness 10. Cost for weapons 2 times normal price.
Okay.
So it'll cost you twice what a dagger will cost.
No, I don't know what that is. I will look it up unless someone has it handy.
It's like a gold piece. I believe a dagger is 1 gold piece.
All right. I will mark off a gold piece. It leaves me with an even 200 gold coins.
If you want a cold iron,
What's that?
it's 2 gold if you want it.
Yep.
Oh, a dagger is 2 gold, so it'll cost you 4 gold for a cold iron.
Okay, so 2 more. Okay, 198. All righty. I figured that is a sound investment.
Cool. All right, so you're returning.
And then we go swimming and drying out and checking out a door.
Yep.
Okay. You arrive at where the gremlins were, and you look at the glowsight door. Looks like the other glowsight door.
Yep. And this one had a brown panel or a black panel?
It's the same as the other one. It's a brown panel.
All right, we will swipe the Neiman Marcus card.
You swipe the card, and you hear the doors start to move, but then they stop moving. They grind to a halt and then slam back closed.
How wide did they open at the apex before slamming?
A hair's breadth.
Oh, geez. It's like really.
They literally started moving and then just slammed back closed.
So they probably jammed it on the other side to prevent anyone from coming up.
Jammed it or security, some sort.
Do you have any way of spying, putting a familiar, scrying on the other side of it anyway?
Not currently.
Okay, well, let's do it one more time. And as it opens up that hair breadth, I'm going to time it and try to jam that crowbar in as far as I can. And then we can try to pry her open.
Okay, so you slide and jam and attempt to open.
Right, like we're going to swipe it. It's going to open up just a little bit. And I'm going to try to get the crowbar right in where I know that line is. And then presumably it's going to slam on the crowbar, but not close all the way. And I'm going to try to open it.
You can see where the door is going to open. It's obvious where the line is.
Okay.
It's just open very far. So you can make me a strength check if you want to try and pry this door open.
All right, I'm gonna have help from people because we got the end of the Gordon Freeman crowbar. All right. So who has the highest strength? I can aid and assist, but
Probably Tatia.
Yes. 16.
Yes. Wow, that's a big
Do
number.
not aid.
Tatia's muscles bulge and strain, and the door kind of wobbles a little, but it just is too massive to pry open. And whatever's on the side
anything
is
around
not
that we can use to like jam into the door?
The problem is the gap isn't very wide. You manage to get the crowbar in, or at least the tip of the crowbar, but beyond that, you're not going to get much else into this.
Well, it was worth a try. We can come back later and maybe see if we can find it from the other side at some point.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm able to swipe the card, and then as it tries to move, I'll be able to get enough leverage to pull the crowbar back out again and keep it, right? So it's not permanently part of that, hopefully. It's all bent. Free.
What was that, Hal?
You scared me. I thought my computer was burning up. You turned the heating on? There's a smell of burning in the house. Leah's turned the heating on.
So we could hear literally everything you're saying, even though you take your headphones off, because your mic is still right next to your mouth.
Right, because it doesn't go through the earphones.
Headphone. And my microphone's over there.
He's like, Leah, they can't hear me when I'm talking about.
Look, I'm invisible.
Exactly.
It's so I can hear Leah talking. It's not so you guys can't hear. Oh, that's picking on me.
I can hear Leah right now.
That's because she's right here.
Clearly.
Because my microphone is over there. My microphone isn't on my headphones.
I know that.
So
I don't
take my headphones
know.
Not so you can't hear me. I'm not lying, you little shit. Leah's feeding the animals, so you'll hear the sounds of animals being excited in a moment.
Aw.
I hear a lot of Tyrael right now.
That's probably Juniper barking, actually. Is it Jejune? Yeah. It's Jejune.
Oh, hi, Juniper.
Juniper says hi.
Juniper's saying a lot of things.
So back through the other door to the desert.
Animal husbandry now. Handle animals. Sorry.
Yeah, so we're probably in the desert at this point because you want to.
Do we want to try and go clockwise around since we did the lower arc last time, basically? Well, we found the lower and right wall.
Yeah, I can't seem to.
Where are you?
I can't seem to be able to adjust the magnification.
Either
You
can
gotta
I.
click on the little magnifier thing.
No, and I can now. It was there's something chummed up with it. There you go.
When the map transitions too, it does some funky ass things.
Yeah.
Are we on the map somewhere?
You are, and I'm trying to grab you. Hold on.
No.
Ooh.
Invading of personal space. Don't grab me.
Grabbed you.
Maybe we'll find more of those
Moving.
tentacle-y things that live under the sand. And
Yeah, it was like that Venn diagram with doctors, TSA agents, and prostitutes. They're all paid to touch your junk, you know?
Oh,
Yes.
the red line.
Uh-oh, red line. What's the red line?
yeah, I accidentally put red line there, and I'm now trying to get rid of it and failing. Hold on. Let me move Alexander out of the way.
Right.
Out of the way.
In the line of more sand sharks. No.
Fine,
Did we heal up with resting and all that kind of stuff? We're all kind of look like we're still hurt.
Oh yeah, you guys must have healed, right? I assume you did.
Thought we did,
Should
but
have.
I don't.
Well, you'll have got two hit points back, and I'm assuming Tatia cast what spells she had.
I was pretty beat up.
You were fully healed, but you could always beg the temple as well, and he might give you some hit points back.
I got a lot of hit points back when my con went back to normal from 4. So that was bitch slapped.
That'll teach you.
Sounds like the kitty's getting canned food tonight, huh?
It does.
They get a mix.
Bandit. Oh, Sanvil.
They get a mix.
Kill it!
Sandal.
It's coming at us from the desert.
Sandal, leave him alone.
So
Yes, there is a guy called.
So I'm thinking we have a pretty good vision range. At least I do. I'm gonna hug the walls semi-closely to try to detect secret doors as we go along. So I don't know how you want to handle that, but I don't know if we want to do a million rolls or not, but we're going to kind of look for, I don't know what thing, displacements in the sand, or like, how do you want to go about this search? Because you're saying there might be remnants of people that are left here.
Well,
I don't think
structures in the sand, the gooey spots where the thing might, be under the sand, or I guess openings in the wall is probably good.
Yep.
Well,
Like
because
any
it's
tracks.
kind of dimly lit in here, isn't it? So we would be able to see if there's like unusual lumps and formations, I guess, in the sand.
Wasn't there more sunlight or something when we came back after we?
There is.
I thought it was kind of like
Last time.
starlight coming through the ceiling, isn't it?
No, since you messed with that room, it seems, well, you don't know that, but the sun is up.
Yeah, when we came out, the sun was up. It was like it looks like it's changing, like
It's
not at the same rate as outside though. This is like something different.
I fixed
right?
the world.
Oh God.
So we're gonna drink every time Anderson like that.
That's right. Take the blue pill, Whitney. Take the blue pill. I'll take the red pill.
Yay!
There we go.
Wait, which one's the
To
cyanide?
all of your party, six exciting
It just
adventurers.
tastes like almonds. Ooh.
Shall we organize the party by combat effectiveness? Hold on.
Oh God.
There we
I'm
go.
at the bottom then.
Tasha's up front.
I don't know. Sanvil will stay at the back. I guess Tasha is up front.
So I'm back there watching Sanvil, I guess.
That's Sanvil. This is Sanvil.
No, it's definitely Sandal.
Yeah. Leah says that the name sounds very familiar to the character in Dragon Age who does the enchantments for you.
That's mega nerdage right there. I tell you, I gotta.
Sandals Resort.
It is. They say you're a mega nerd. Have you played Dragon Age?
No,
Yeah, I
even
played one. I
though
didn't play
I
two.
Should.
Okay, in one, there's the dwarven son of that guy, and every time you click on it, he goes, enchantment?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I bought the first one. I bought the first one, played the first one, loved it. Bought the second one, heard so many shitty things about it. I didn't even install it. It's still in the shrink
Second
wrap.
one's not bad. In fact, they're all pretty good. The latest one was pretty good. We get to build like a castle and do quests, a bit more open world.
Huh. Don't know if I saw that one.
I finished it all now. Oh.
So I guess we're gonna like go around the hub here.
Okay, somebody move the party. Can you move Sanvil? Have I given you as rights to move him or not? Hold on.
Nope. I can move everybody but
Yeah.
him. He looks like he's on a different layer because he looks like Lucid.
Oh, I might have dropped him on the GM's layer. Hold on.
Well, what a right bastard!
I may have dropped him on the GM's layer.
He's all spectre and translucent.
Spectre, N7?
That is indicative of the Technic League. That's what they do. Phase out.
No, he's definitely on the normal layer because I'm moving him and I'm on the normal layer. I think it's just his token that's a little fadey.
Okay. Well, you just need to assign him to let us do it, or all players.
Or you can just move us until the first thing tries to kill us.
Well, he's got a character sheet, so I'll need to do it from his sheet.
Well, I know, but there's also some concern that like none of us can see his hit points, guys. He might have like 84 hit points.
Could have
84
Be hilarious.
84 hit points in a poison falchion.
Since it's not fair, it's like a blank check, right? Where we just get to make it up.
No, he gets to make it up. That's the concern. It's like that. See, it's like that one episode of The Simpsons with the Freddy Krueger at when the nerd kid had like the D&D character in the Freddy Krueger dream. He's like, I've got 100 charisma and 1,000,000 hit points.
That was a terrible thing. And then he just ends up having his neck snapped.
That's right.
Like,
Oh man.
Yeah, Community did D&D better.
I'll drive the sheet open right now. Enchantment.
And
I see you.
John,
I can crash handle.
That's okay. If he gets out of line, I'll just put the grippers on him.
That's right. Just keep his nipples in the grippers.
Give him the clamp.
turn your head and cough.
Yeah. You're just randomly moving them to annoy me.
Well,
aren't
I'm
you?
trying to move everybody, but I don't know what you want us to do. I'm just going on a perimeter search. Is this a ledge that goes down or a ledge that comes up?
It's higher up. It's a.
I think I would jump up to get a good vantage to come up there.
Well, it's 30 feet up or something.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd still try to traverse it, actually, get up there.
You can scramble a bit.
We're probably safer from those sand-eaty things.
Yeah, because I don't know if we've seen any indication of the wet spots in the sand, or
Oh, looks over there. It looks like caves in the distance.
May his passing cleanse the world.
in the distance.
You do see some caves in the distance.
Hey,
They shall all drown in lakes of their own blood.
we shall prevail. All right. Keep moving along, and then speeding things along. I am.
Poor old Sanvil's left behind.
So this is where we get to, like, they seem to be like caves. Does it feel like there's any wind coming through? Like it might bleed outside or something, or
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just adjusting the view on the recording computer. Let me grab Sanvil and move him over to
He
you.
who walks behind the grains.
bam,
Really?
bam.
Okay, Sanvil. Let's put Buligup up front. Oh, Buligup is kind of in the. There we go. We're kind of organized.
Oh,
All right, I think I have a description.
keep your eyes out. There's these things that reach up from the sand and they liquefy the sand and they grab you and try and eat you. And
Right. So because those things were big,
Sound very good. What are they?
dead.
Oh,
Well, the one
I-
we thought was dead, but
I thought
there's
we,
the four-armed things too
yeah.
that are.
we identified them though, didn't we? Didn't we identify that thing?
No idea what it was.
Okay. I don't remember, so I don't want to metagame and think we did. But
You don't know what it is. It's just this place. There's lots of things in this place that are
sure,
not.
but it was pretty big, if I recall. It was like a large-sized creature, so which is why I'm inclined to go through this little. Remember, I got my active trap sense on, like within 10 feet.
No, it's there. Don't worry.
No, I'm just saying I was gonna go through this little niche and come over
I've
here
even
to
got
try
a
to
little-
investigate, searching for traps as we move
I've even
along.
got a little button to make you roll.
Yeah.
Okay, hang still while I'm where I'm at. You're going backwards from where I expected you to be.
Oh, I'm right here.
Get the
I see where you
piercers
are.
and the webs and
The dark mantles.
That's right.
the
That
mind
looks
flare.
like a really nice cloak. Oop, it's eating me on my back.
You creep into the cave. It appears that at some point this cave served as a home for someone or something or a group of some things. There are some old remnants of crude pallets, some old broken tools, and some old weaponry left behind. Seems like they would be primitive hunter-gathering tools, some kind of hunter-gatherer society. There are also cave paintings on the wall depicting four-armed humanoids in various acts of hunting strange-looking creatures.
Well, I'm sure Scholar Boy is gonna lap it all up. We'll satiate his
He
reward.
already has a hand, and he's taking charcoal sketches of the walls.
Okay. How ancient does this happen to look? I mean, is it like last week or last century?
Click it and carbon date it, and it is exactly
8,000 years.
Yeah, it looks like it was a long time ago. There's a lot of dust here. A lot of the sand has banked up into the cave. It's been a while.
Okay.
I'll do up my mage armor with a regular casting instead of the boosted casting.
Okay, just a 1 hour casting.
2 hours since I'm
Two.
second level now.
2 hour casting, excuse me.
Don't remind him we're second level.
I keep
Make him
forgetting.
think we're still squishy.
I am still squishy.
Okay, well,
Alright,
after a bit, we can continue on here. I'm going to go through this little narrow. I assume I have to squeeze through this one.
Yeah, a little. You can just edge through. It's not too terrible.
Scream if you find anything.
I'm gonna stealth through just because, I'm gonna get out of the light and stealth in. 23.
Buligup, should we follow him up or?
We trying to be stealthy, which is good, but that means the robots will not see him and they will not attack, so Buligup cannot beat them and break them. We should make a lot of noise. And walk without rhythm to hide our numbers.
I will use my superior dark vision and be looking down. I'm just gonna keep moving. I don't know how far back they're gonna come, but I'm gonna keep going.
Dark vision.
What's that?
You have superior dark vision.
No, just 60-foot dark vision.
Yeah. I have low light on top of that too, though. I have both.
Okay. Right.
So it's like dark vision, and beyond that, I still see it. Whatever.
Oh,
Nice.
I assume Sanvil doesn't see in the dark.
No, he has a sun rod.
But for me, whenever I'm in dim light,
Oh, you go like shadowy.
yeah, I have a 50% mischance instead of just a normal 20.
Is anyone else moving in with Kiernan, or are you hanging out at the entrance until he's finished his scouting?
Well, I was asking Buligup if we should move up, and he didn't seem to think so.
No, Buligup seemed to think you should make lots of noise as you walked in.
Oh, okay.
Which is,
Kiernan, did you go down the left or the right?
I choose not to answer.
I'll look for
I rolled a really good stealth, so I'm moving along.
I'll look for footprints.
Right? Make me a survival check.
I think it's got to beat my stealth too.
3.
What did you roll? A 3. You think you've no idea where he went?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you accidentally just stood on your head.
He disappeared. He might have been eaten by something.
He got sucked into an underground waterfall and went to the land of the lost where the sea slacks are.
Bulligup's coming up with you.
Well, actually, Hal was in the UK at that time. He probably doesn't even know the land of the lost show.
I know the land.
That gem of the 70s.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Oh my!
70s.
I mean, what did we have at that time? Blake 7,
You had Doctor Who, the third Doctor of the 19 whatever.
You had what? Children of the Stones. That was a good.
Yeah, right. We had some good stuff. I mean, Blake 7 was good.
Ace of Wands.
Sapphire and Steel. That guy's was yours, right?
Sapphire and Steel was grand.
You don't keep that in your drawer of anyway.
Nope. I leave it out loud and proud.
Oh, it's got the French ticklers for your.
I've got one around here somewhere.
Exactly. Right. I got the special vibrating one.
Which doctor is it?
What?
It looked like the Matt Smith one, 'cause it had the little flangies things.
Boom! Good job. That's the one that this is. This is the Matt Smith one.
Okay. That title of Mega Nerd went from Leah to thing. Yes.
I'll take it.
You have now received the mantle of nerdage.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm assuming I'm checking for traps on the way. I don't know how far my stealth roll quote quote takes me, but I'm sneaking around and I eventually get to an end.
Relying on me hitting trap spotting.
Say again?
Are you actively checking for traps, or are you just relying on me trap spotting for you?
You trap spotting for me, just because I was figured we'd speed things along by doing that. It's the same roll, so.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like I'm actively checking.
Okay.
It's a perception at +7 for my trap spotting.
Correct. Okay. You don't find anything down that corridor. There's at the end. There's more pallets and broken tools, and there's more particularly heavy density of cave art at the bottom of that corridor.
Pallets like sleeping mats, or pallets like you put big boxes on?
Surprisingly like sleeping mats.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I will reconnoiter and tell him that after I'm done looking. I'll go down the other area.
Why don't you grab the map?
Make me a perception check. I guess I could do it for you, but you could do it for me.
Shame or us. I probably
20
don't even see him come out there.
21 if it's a trap.
Not a trap.
So 20.
It's just a thing about to eat your head.
Might be something about to eat his head. So, just as you're about to take that next step forward, you realize that the sand is a little different just ahead of you.
Different, like wet different, like that other creature wet different?
It's like a slightly different color.
I am going back.
What was that? It was like a Kalarn or something like that. I think it was on the initiative tracker. Something like that.
Okay. So I found another cave, guys, that had a lot more of that art, but a lot denser, like a lot more intricate artwork. You'll really like it, buddy. Motioning to our friend. But there's another corridor that I started to look down, and the sand's all different. There was something going on there. I was like, I wasn't going to go any further without consulting with you guys. Maybe Alexander, you could take a look at it to see if it's like normal sand or is it like bloody sand or something. I'm not sure.
I'm not a sand expert, but I could take a look.
Children of the sand. Buligup pulls out his glaive. Well, he's with it and comes with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna
follow behind.
I'm gonna point him forward that's where it's at, but I'll be behind him. So
Buligup steps to here and kind of looks forward, pokes his glaive in the sand, and he draws it out, and it seems slightly goopy.
So
it is one of them things again.
What?
It is one of them things. The things in the shells, the big things with the tentacles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Sanvil, you'd love this. It's very unique.
Sanvil comes around to the top behind the party. I'm guessing Tatia wants in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move you next to Buligup.
Just remember, killing equals honor, so we just have to kill everything we run across.
Everyone in the front line plus Kiernan can make me a perception check.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Pretty nice. That's
I
pretty
bring out
good.
my tricorder.
I'll keep an eye in case Sanvil betrays us.
I'll keep an eye in case Sanvil betrays us.
Well,
So
I'm
much
pretty
trust
perceptive, just saying.
Yeah, and I'm going to move all the character sheets over.
I'll try not, destroy your booty call without due cause.
So, as you look forward, funny. As you look forward, a creature rises from the sand in front of you.
Cthulhu!
That's one of them.
Basically Cthulhu. This one seems to be larger and stronger looking than the one that you fought.
Which is not a good thing.
But that might mean it has more treasure. The other one had barely anything. It's like nothing.
He's right. It didn't have anything. Turn orders up if you want to do it.
Remember
to select your token. God damn it. God damn it. I do what I want.
Alexander is on a speedy 16.
Speedy.
Hello.
All right. What's the little code for it again? I literally forget every time.
It's the init.
Select a token and click your initiative inside of your character
Fine,
sheet.
I'll just do that.
I dragged mine onto.
Go
I dragged mine onto my macro bar, so it's faster.
Oh.
Very nice. Drag it onto your macro bar. That's pretty clever.
When I roll initiative, I touch myself.
Roll perception since they're honest or often.
Oh, I guess we want Sanvil to roll too, huh?
Yeah.
I guess we have a new dude.
Unless he's some kind of anti-paladin that likes to hang out in the back and just let everyone else die.
It's a 15. An anti-paladin. Is that what he would do as an anti-paladin, do you think?
I played one in Castle Ravenloft in like 2nd edition or whatever, and it was like no one knew that I was, because I played a quote paladin, but I would always be in the back and I would always be using like this longbow, and everyone thought, oh, he's a ranged paladin. Well, I was just letting everyone else take hits while I was like at
healing
full
touch.
hit points.
Turn that undead.
I'm gonna win, and y'all are gonna do all the work.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool take on the campaign. It was pretty good.
All right, so turn order is in view of the
Yeah,
screen. All right, so Alexander, what is your dexterity?
My dexterity? My dexterity is roughly 16.
You're first.
Oh, that's not bad.
I guess I will. What's the range on that guy? I probably do. I have line of sight on him.
I'm gonna say maybe. Yeah, it's difficult. Oh, let's look. Hold on. Let's get the ruler out, shall we?
I have dark vision at least, but
Where's my measurer?
circle with the ruler.
Yeah, one whole square, 2 whole squares.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you can get. He's big, so you can see this. You can definitely see the side of him.
I'll take a pot shot with my crossbow.
Right? You should totally do that. Shoot through all your friends.
No, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh no!
Twang. It is flat-footed technically, so
A 5 will probably not hit it though, because that's a natural 1.
you probably shoot Sanvil in the back on a natural 1.
Oops, I was loading it.
Oops.
Sorry.
You totally miss. Are you doing anything else?
That sounds like about it.
You're just sitting down shamefully.
Reload my crossbow.
Sit down to cry. What is this wet stuff coming from my eyes?
That is called shame. That is what that is called.
Oh.
I didn't spend 20 years in crossbow school.
Can we say things like free action, like talking wise, out of our turn?
You can. Well, yeah. Talking is free.
So I was gonna say.
The person whose turn it is the one that it's free for. Shall we say?
That's fair. All righty.
It didn't like my warning shot.
Sanvil.
Oh.
No, the Galarn or whatever it is.
Sanvil with an anvil.
Reaches forward.
That would
with
be a
tendrils
sweet weapon.
Just drop it on your enemy.
Oh, we do have nets.
The thing is the person that had it, you find a corpse, because they had that as a weapon, and it was a mighty weapon. They defeated all their foes with that weapon, but they met their match when they went up against a roadrunner, where all anvils don't work.
So that's one on Buligup and one on Tatia. Lashes out with its tentacles. That would be a 15 on Buligup and a 25 on Tatia.
Whoa.
It misses Buligup. It hits Tatia, I believe, for 10 damage, bludgeoning.
Ouchie.
Can I cast a spell?
Nope, not until your turn.
But
If you cast a spell, it'll attack you for free.
no. Okay, I guess I'll take it. All right.
Options at this point.
Why?
How it works.
Because the game was made by men.
That's right.
I'm a woman. Excuse me. How could you do that to me?
How could I?
How could you?
My gigantic tentacled monster just has no sympathy.
M40 grenade.
Oh,
right.
yeah,
You do have grenades.
We have flash and soft and a bang grenade.
Yeah. Soft. It just like hits you really hard with a marshmallow or something.
Oh my god, I swear to y'all. Last Friday, after we got done playing, I had a zombie dream. I have a lot of zombie dreams where I'm like protecting my family, but for whatever reason, I was trying to hit the zombies in the face, and basically all I could manage was like a. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever have dreams like that where you're trying to hit as hard as you can and it's just.
You gently caress the orc's backside.
Yeah, like I start to turn him on. And I'm like, ah!
Everyone feels
I have to
uncomfortable.
destroy the brain. Do you want the front of the hand or the back of the hand?
I was like, God, we did so bad. Like I'm
See,
having.
no, it reminds me of that picture of the zombie horde guy with a shotgun and a chainsaw on a horse, and it says, "Where you think you will be in the zombie apocalypse?" Points at the guy on the horse. Where you actually will be, row 3, aisle 6 of the zombie hordes. You know.
Oh my God.
I did think about trying to throw like the soft grenade in there, but then with my crossbow shot, I don't think I would hit anything anyway. So
Yeah, you'll
like
probably
stun
detonate you and Sanvil because if you rolled a natural 1, it's like, oh, what's that blinking light do?
So Sanvil draws his weapon, and Alexander sees him chant over it for a second, and then he steps forward behind Kiernan.
Can I spellcraft him or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, nice.
17.
Magic weapon.
Oh.
See, you can see his rolls. Can't see my roll. What the hell?
Did he cast it in arcane fashion or?
Yeah, it was an arcane spell.
Okay.
Although his hand gestures were a little non-standard for what you've seen in the past. He held, because he held a sword in one hand, and he cast it all with his hand. Okay, that's Sanvil. He's trying to find a way in. Tatia, it's you.
Me.
You.
It's a you, Tatia.
Can anybody else hear Hal right now?
Hello.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear.
I heard that. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, he still has this weird effect where as he starts talking, the first 2 seconds are chopped off usually sometimes.
Very annoying.
Yeah. You should
I wonder if it's a
just go la 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 and then start talking.
I should just extend the first letter of whatever I say.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, he's going all Forrest Gump now. Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're
Talk
gonna
like I live in Texas.
get. I love when you try to do an American accent. You sound like people that live in Texas. You do.
Exactly. That's the
Not all
plan.
of us, because for some reason nobody knows that I'm from Texas, but that's because I'm a native Houstonian, which is unusual.
Well, but
So-
Hal needs to do that to keep away from all the racists and bigots, you know.
Yeah,
I'm one of you, y'all. I like barbecue. It's all cool, you know. I'm not from UK. That's like a different planet. Them there is aliens right there.
Oh my goodness.
Tatia, what you doing?
Okay. Yes. I would like to use
Force. Where?
You can draw a weapon as part of a move action and move in to hit it.
Yeah, it was just
If you cast a spell or do anything ranged, it's going to get a free attack on you because it has reach. Because it hits you where you're at, right? Just so you know.
Yes, it hit it from where it is. Its tentacles are like lashing around very far from the front of it.
I would have to scoot up a space though too.
You would have to scoot up a space.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and swing with my Morning Star.
So you step forward, if you'd be so kind as to make me a, what is it?
Oh, one thing I noticed,
Reflex?
she needs to up her hit points. She never healed from the night before.
No, I did it.
No,
Still showing 12 of
had,
22.
but I got whacked real bad already.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Yeah,
She got
so
hit over 10 first round.
yeah, I went from 22 to 12.
Oh, she got hit. I didn't even. Oh, shoot, you're right. I'm stupid. Yeah, up. Yep, she got hit.
Okay, so
Good try.
what do you want me to roll for?
Reflex, please.
Pardon?
Reflex.
Oh no,
save.
it's in a reflex save.
The reflex.
Reflex
Standing lonely John. Okay.
Oh, good lord. Oh, be careful with that great singing. YouTube might pick us up and stop this video for
It's
copyright
only if you.
infringement.
It's only if you go to
Because it
16
sounds
seconds or
so
longer.
much like the original.
No, it's only if you go to 16 seconds or longer. That's the copyright infringement.
We've got to be careful with that great singing voice.
But you gotta mix it up, and then you're just doing a sample.
Remix.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta do it in the context of comedy. If you do it with Weird Al Yankovic, you know.
Tatia, reflex save.
I did.
Oh, I
Oh
didn't see
wait,
it.
no, I didn't
I don't
apparently.
see it.
Oh, there we go.
It's not.
So, ooh,
Bam!
Into the
Oh,
Step
I've
Cradle
got
rock.
the reflexes of a cat. A
it's the
mongoose.
moonlit night.
It is, right? Somewhere up there, there's a moon.
Uh,
You begin to feel your feet sinking into the sand and distribute your weight so that you do not become entrapped.
Can I make it look like a really badass backflip and be like, "Phew,
Sure, although backflipping on the sticky sand is probably not recommended.
well, then maybe it's one where my hands don't touch the fly through the air looking like a badass.
what I heard was if we all moon, she gets extra powers. So if we drop our pants, she's like more powerful.
So, you're going to hit this thing?
Me? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Roll another natural 20. Game hint.
Oh
That
my
would be good.
God. Don't put that juju on me. Knock it on wood.
Pressure. Oh, that's good.
Real
That
close.
is a hit. A 23 will hit.
Under pressure.
For 6 points of damage.
Wait a minute. That's not the same song anymore.
Was this the one we had to do the
Piercing.
Or no, that was the four-armed zombie skeleton things.
Mm.
I think.
Yep. So, that would be your turn, I believe, unless you want to do something else.
We could try and parlay with it.
Sure. It's Buligup's turn. Buligup 5 foot steps behind Tatia and stabs forward with his glaive. Bonus. Boy's got reach. Doesn't need to deal with that sticky sand shit. Buligup rolls a 21 for 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad there.
Which
Pretty
I'm
good.
hoping the 21 hits.
21 does hit.
Okay, good. Otherwise, we go the other way.
It is pretty big.
Otherwise, we're like,
Big.
sorry.
Marines, we are leaving.
Kiernan, it's
All right,
you.
I am using my bow, and I shall be
Left.
shooting it. Actually, can I get next to Tatia?
Yes.
Did my
Like-
cat get to go?
No.
Oh, you didn't. No, you should. So
Go ahead.
Your cat to...
You can go
Thanks.
for me.
Crouching tiger on that thing.
Actually, Kiernan, where do you want to end up?
Well, you go first. You can go wherever, but I will do best and do more damage if someone or me can get on the other side of it. The problem is there'll be lots of attacks of opportunity on that.
The problem is it's huge.
Yeah.
And also the sand around it is sticky and entraps you.
If Nicodemus was to my right, okay, so if Nicodemus is right here, would
I'm staying put, so.
Okay, you don't want to move.
Yeah, because I remember this guy from last time. I'm going to be using my bow, so.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
You
then,
need to make a tiger a reflex check, please.
all right, he was there. Boop.
As he moves around. Oh, as he gets to that point, again, as he gets to here, he needs a reflex check.
All right, he needs what?
Reflex save.
Reflex.
No.
Right.
Once he gets to where?
Right where he's at right now.
Where is that now?
Just now.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I thought he needed to make it
Around
get
back
there.
and he stands on the sand and needs to make a reflex.
How do you do? I haven't looked at it yet.
12.
Ah.
He kind of starts to sink in a bit and get a bit bogged down.
He gets
But he can still
distracted by a fuzzy thing. I'm like,
No, he can still attack. He can still do a bite.
yeah.
He just can't now without a strength check or an escape artist check.
Get a good mouthful of this thing.
Bite attack.
La.
Put the web on him so we know he's entangled. Is that a 14? That is not a hit.
Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Arrows. Ah, bastard. 13 misses.
Arrows skitter off its shell and vanish into
Did you not see me? It's immune to arrows.
Did you say that? I did not hear that.
Oh, I figured you observed that as my arrow just flew by it.
Your arrow bounced off the ceiling. I don't know.
It
Clearly
deflected
got
it.
some kind of
It
shield.
deflected it. Some kind of shield.
It's funny. Okay, you done, Kiernan?
Yep.
Is it okay? Nah. What?
Is there a question?
Yeah, but I feel like it's stupid, so I'm not gonna ask because I don't want to look stupid.
Really? You have watched these before, right?
If you ask, other people can learn if they listen.
That's
Okay.
right. That's the
So,
purpose.
I was wondering, because I mage hand, is it possible for me to interfere with somebody else's attack so that they could do the attack again to see if I could move a weapon that's ranged?
Not really. Mage hand doesn't lift enough of a weight, and it's not accurate enough to be used as a combat spell.
Okay, cool.
It's a utility spell for outside of combat.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. That was my question.
You're welcome. And no, that's not a stupid question. I'm sure it's been asked at 20,000 tables in the past.
Okay.
Thing, I can literally see your shoulder.
Oh.
It's sexy and all, but there we go. Now you're beautiful again.
Thank you.
Okay, Alexander, it's your turn.
I will 5-step up behind Sanvil, and since the crossbow seemed ineffective, I will attempt my good old-fashioned acid splash.
Acid splash. Go for it. Touch attack, right?
Yeah, range touch for 7.
7 ain't gonna work.
It's the size of a barn.
No, its AC is bigger than that, though. Let me check it. Let me check its touch. It's its shell that gives it good AC.
Shell. So can we learn anything else about this creature that we don't already know? Like that
gigantic tentacled creature that lives in a shell. I have a picture. Hold on.
Cthulhu Bob SquarePants. No.
A picture for you. I do not. I'm terribly sorry.
Sanvil, have you seen anything like this before?
Oh, it is dangerous looking. I do not like it. It's its turn. It has 3 possible targets at this point. 1 and 2 on the cat, 3 and 4 on Tatia. 5 and 6 on Buligup. Buligup and Tatia.
Hold on, I have what?
It's attacking you again.
And it gets me for what?
It doesn't hit
Mage
you.
hand.
It's just-
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes, it does. Say hello to Veyron. He's online.
Hello, Veyron.
He's just speaking in time to hear me, to watch me smash Tatia in the face with a big fat tentacle.
That's right.
For another 12 points
All
of
right.
damage.
Hey, depending on the site, there's people that pay good money for that.
It's hentai, right? Okay, first one is Buligup, second one is Tatia.
Oh,
That's a 20 on Buligup and a 25 on Tatia. That is crazy.
For another
good.
10.
That hits Buligup too. So Buligup is taking 8 damage.
I'm gonna
and
be
Tatia
real greedy next time.
you
And I'm
down to 2
using
hit
my
points.
shield of faith.
Casting spells next to it will cause it to try to hit you again unless you cast defensively.
Yeah. You could back up into the blank space behind your kitty and cast.
Yeah, you could 5 foot out. You're not entangled.
And can I also heal myself?
no, she'll still be in range though.
Yeah, I think it can hit her there. It's got a 10-foot
Right.
reach.
Which I still think you shouldn't have to close with it. You should just be able to hack off the tentacles when they come into your square.
Right. Okay, Sanvil, it's your turn. Oh, right. I'm Sanvil.
With your magic
Sanvil
weapon
steps
sword.
forward to here. Would like to do more, but can't get in.
He can get over. He can get over here, can he?
There's not a lot of room there. That's a wall.
Well, but there's part of it exposed.
You could put like a foot in there, maybe.
How about
So,
here?
yeah,
Past, how about past the
weird
kitty?
Technic League.
You can do that.
Around the
I'm not going to
walls.
walk past the tiger
It's
into
webbed.
the deadly awful area.
It's
What?
webbed. It's harmless.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tumble. Tumble. Let's see. How good is he going to be at that? Let's look at his skills, shall we?
He could delay.
Acrobatics.
He could delay until the tiger.
Acrobatics of 0. He casts a spell before he moves, then, and then steps into the space.
Spellcraft.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to move that one under my bow. 12. He's a little farther
Full
away. Full strength. Oh, I could learn that.
Yeah, it's you. John, do Tatia.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, it's your turn.
None of your friggin' business.
Oh, okay. Game stops
no.
here, then I guess. Well, we guess what you're gonna do.
Son? Did you need something?
He's bringing you healing potions.
That's what I hope. I'm sorry. We'll be back after this commercial break. Yes, little boy.
I like this. Chat says that she bleeds offensively.
Oh, yes. But only
It's a good skill to have.
I think so. Offensive bleeding.
That's like the
It's like
the aliens.
it's like a messy version of the spell hydraulic
Blood
potion.
rage.
Hello.
Just get me one.
Okay, which flavor would you like?
Anything
Whiskey.
that isn't grape.
What? Grape is the greatest flavor.
No pops. That would be bizarre.
Is he fetching you? It's like having a tiny butler.
It's
So that's why people have kids.
That's exactly why they have kids. Oh my god. He was a wee lad.
Like having a butler.
It's true.
You gotta give him the whole suit.
Oh wait, there's no more blow pops? Fuck, and you brought me a grape dum-dum. That's not even close to cool.
What are you doing?
Okay, sorry. Yes, so I need to.
There you go. Veyron has dropped into the stream chat a picture of the monster you're fighting.
Nope, there's one for hell.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
All right, so I want to scoot back and then
Gross.
Tentacled creature Galarn.
And then I want.
Do you want Darren here or definitely not?
No, he's fine in here.
Okay,
Love you.
love you too.
See, that's something that I'm surprised wasn't blocked by the filter.
Yeah.
What?
The strangest things. I'm not surprised he failed his will save. I'm really not. What you doing, Whit?
I'm scooting back, and then I want to heal myself.
You'll still get attacked because you're not far enough away. He has range.
She can make a roll a concentration check in order to cast defensively,
Mm.
and then it won't get the attack.
Okay, so roll concentration.
Up.
What?
Have it out. Is concentration calculated on your sheet?
Should be.
It should. Should be somewhere near your spells, I think, right? Maybe
Spells,
not.
concentration C.
There it is. Concentration. Left-hand side under spellcasting. 13. What did she need?
I want to do cure light wounds.
All right, so it's a level 1 spell. Hold on. Concentration. I need to know the DCs. I love how there's a spell, Raging Concentration, feat.
What?
So when your barbarians need to cast that spell mid-rage.
Because, yeah, barbarians need to cast spells.
Oh, because he's a barbarian, clearly.
Right. Those are scalds, right?
Right, barbarian. What the fuck did you just take me? What's going on? Why is everything not working?
Because it's breaking until you give me what I want.
You want me to cast the spell without smacking you in the face with a tentacle?
Yes.
That's what we like to hear. Okay,
Oh, here we go.
Spell. Concentration checks DCs. Casting defensively is 15 plus double the spell level, so you needed 17. So
Dang, that's high.
Isn't it, though?
The spell doesn't go off, but isn't lost, if I remember right.
Okay. That's right. It isn't lost, I don't think, because it hits you before you cast it, right?
Yeah.
So the top one of these is hit on you. 15 will miss you, correct? I believe a 15 misses you.
Yeah.
I think you're
She's like
20.
up 20 or
Like, it fucking better.
So if she fails to cast defensively, you said that it's lost, not lost.
I believe so.
I don't know. I haven't played a caster in ages. Concentration checks and casting spells. To cast a spell, you must concentrate. Something interrupts your concentration. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Injury if you take damage while trying to cast a spell. Casting defense. Oh god, vigorous motion, violent motion, casting defensively. If you want to cast a spell without provoking any attacks of opportunity, you must make a concentration check. You lose the spell if you fail. So the spell.
Sorry, but I tried.
The spell has been cast, but you have no benefit from it.
Okay.
You have to put your check in the box. No spell goes off.
CC.
All right. Buligup is going to stay where he is. Oh, your tiger. Tiger gets the bite. Oh, and claw. He can't move, though, because he's currently entangled. So
He gets bite and claw, you said?
he gets a full attack because he doesn't have to move this time. And the second claw. That's 2 claw attacks for 7 points of damage. That's not terrible.
It's not too shabby.
Thank you, Nicodemus.
That tiger's worth it.
Like that's such
the tiger's going to be really. You say the tiger's going to be really great until about level 5 when it gets caught in its first area of effect spell.
Yeah.
All right, Buligup's going to have his go. How about this, you dirty creature? Buligup will take 20 for 4 points of damage from the safe distance of his glaive shaft. Savior of that's totally wrong. Okay, did that drop it? Didn't drop it. Hey Pickles, how's it going? How you going, Pickles? Hello, Pickles. You're always careful with my books. I like that. Kiernan, it's you.
All right. I'm going to say something like, Alexander, do the grippers maybe pin the tentacles or something? Try to use those or chuck one of those explosion devices. I'm going to launch another arrow at it.
The explosion device is right in the middle of the. I do love the thrown weapon rules for people who are
Passed
shit at doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw my crossbow shot. You really want me to get a grenade?
Well,
into
but the
party?
thing is, if you landed over here or here or here or here, it won't hurt anybody in the group. It's only if you drop it at your feet, which can happen. But then you're
Well, I
back
can,
there, not where I'm at.
sure, I can give it a shot. I'll bounce it off Sanvil's head to the thing, and
God damn it!
What are you doing?
Miss.
Okay. You haven't shot much today, have you?
I've been shooting lots, just not hitting.
Right? Alexander, it's
so
you.
crappy. You haven't noticed that.
I guess I'm going to acid splash again because I do not feel it wise to throw a grenade in there.
Do it.
Fortune favors
Now
the
you're-
bold,
now
tin
you're-
soldier.
Now you're casting into combat, so you're at -4, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's moved in.
So that would be an 11 then for the touch attack.
Actually hit its touch. It does hit its touch.
2 points of acidity.
2 points of damage.
Sizzle, sizzle.
Right?
Who wants calamari?
Ceviche.
It's its go. Fortunately, it has 4 possible targets now. So let's see where it goes.
That's good because
Let's
Tasha
do
can't really take another 10.
No, 1 on Sanvil, 2 on the Tiger, 3 on Buligup, and 4 on Tatia.
What?
It's a Tiger and a Sanvil.
Ooh. Now we'll see what he's made of.
On the left, on the left, on the left.
I'm betting it's meat.
First attack on the Tiger, second attack on Sanvil. Doom. Wow, Tiger takes a 25 to hit. Sanvil takes a 40 and manages to parry it with his sword. Tiger takes 10 bludgeoning damage. Nicodemus is looking rather unwell.
Ouch.
Not as unwell as Sanvil. Sanvil 5-foot steps into combat.
He's a
rolls
bold
his
merchant.
reflex save to see if he is trapped. And he is not. He then mumbles something to himself while attacking with his sword.
Spellcraft? Or is it too
Great.
far away?
You can spellcraft him.
He's going to cast a Technic League spell at some point or something.
Technic
Whatever it is.
League spell.
21.
Great moogly googly.
Casting the spell Chill Touch.
Ooh.
One-handed. Okay, he casts the spell and he swings with his sword. He's at -2 to this roll.
Ooh. Now we got to wait. We were going to have to camp with him so we can see if he uses a
Ooh.
spell book to repair.
21.
Shit.
Can y'all see me? Sorry about that. I accidentally left the
yeah.
page.
Now
No,
we
we
can.
can't.
Now I can.
He 20 hit from
Yes.
Sanvil. In addition to the damage, he also does D6 points of negative energy damage from Chill Touch. So additionally, he's doing that's 18 points of damage from Sanvil.
Not bad.
The creature is smote.
Oh.
Kiernan didn't want to bring him.
I had this arrow with his name on it. It says Glip.
Yeah, Sanvil just stepped in and did amazing things.
Oh, thank you.
Someone's getting laid tonight.
I told you guys this was an awesome idea.
He hath smoted it.
And he will.
I said I could look after myself pretty well. He has been besmoten.
Search. Bandage.
Search all the things for all the things. So, several strange shell fragments and bits of bone lie scattered across the floor of this large chamber. Ancient cave paintings of four-armed humanoids and strange animals decorate the walls, but to the south, a particularly unusual depiction that looks like an oblong shape burning in the sky above several kneeling four-armed figures dominates the prehistoric decor.
Mm.
That seems awesome. I want to go get a closer look.
Right? Don't we
Yes.
all?
Player has an idea what this might be, but I'm pretty sure Alexander doesn't at the moment.
Oh, Alexander has no clue whatsoever. Anyone making perception checks if you're searching?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can I do knowledge history?
I got distracted.
God damn it.
Everybody got distracted.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why my thing said.
Actually, history's not gonna work. You weren't on this place when they rifle the corpses. Chat suggests you should be rifling the corpses.
Oi, doing what to the corpses?
That Sanvil's over here looking at the pictures of what's going on. And I'm taking off the net icon from Nicodemus. There we go.
Take it all off.
Are you not interested in casting healing on yourself, Whit?
What? Yes? Duh.
You should probably do that, eh?
Please, eh?
You get attacked by cloak.
I have 3 more pints of Numenarian fluid that could aid in your healing. Here you go.
It can heal you. I think like 4% chance it'll heal you.
Come on, baby, puff the magic.
Well,
trick.
you got a slightly less than 1% chance you grow wings or something.
Yeah, right. And also 1% chance that all of the flesh will melt off your
Well,
body.
you could also become
yeah.
immortal.
That's true. You could also become immortal.
I'm not sure what that would do to me.
I guess it would stop your soul from
It would
leaving
be
your metal
it would be
body, right?
nanites that would self-repair and keep your squeaky clean.
Well, I already have that. My body is eternal.
Oh,
Yeah, you tell
Wait,
yourself that.
you casting healing, Whit.
Yes, I did.
Did you? I didn't see you.
Good luck,
Go.
Whit.
Oh,
Cures 4.
you got 4 back.
Now, does that
You're up on
factor?
6.
Does that factor in? Isn't it plus level?
Yeah, it should be. Should be cast like that.
Okay. No, not the heal
Yeah.
skill. The heal.
I know.
She's being cheeky.
Yes. Roll the d8 plus half a level. Yes.
Should we distribute the Cure Light Wounds potions from the party to our frontline fighters that are taking damage?
I think that sounds like a really great idea.
Well, I think that the healer already does healing. So if you're in the back, you should have one. So you can give it to somebody who's down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cat
Oh.
can't have it. So
'Cause
maybe
realistically,
Buligup or me.
This 3 more times before we're done.
But you already do
That's-
healing, so it doesn't make sense for you to have it unless
You're
it's
pretty
hanging
good
on
in
your belt.
combat too, though.
Yeah.
Let's not lie. You're pretty good in a fight.
Yeah. She's got like the best
So,
armor class in the party.
That's
Whit,
right.
do you wanna-
Which means she's
wanna
not
start?
hit as much as I am, so I'll need the healing.
I have
So
armor. I'm a mage.
me and Buligup. Okay.
Searching. Whit,
Pardon?
Perception check.
you're searching the
Ah,
room.
CC.
Perception.
Finally.
All of us, or what?
Oh, just wait. You guys have had your chance.
Okay, yeah.
So, digging around in some of the broken pieces of tribal artwork and jewelry, there is a single necklace that seems to be intact that's made up of an amber-trapped insects inside, attached to a
Oh
chain.
man, there's some
Detect
Jurassic Park
magic.
shit right there.
Can I put it on?
Sure.
I want to cast
yeah.
Detect Magic at it while she's putting it on.
It's magical. As she goes over her neck, it's magical.
Oh, and it's so me.
Oh, I think I know what this probably is.
First necklace of strangulation.
You
That
have
does actually
failed me
exist.
for the last time, Admiral.
Want to try an ID it thing while you've got Detect
I
Magic?
have
Sure.
his autograph.
Thing staring at your
Is
chest.
that just spellcraft? Well, I've got detect magic.
Spellcraft, yeah.
Yeah.
Spellcraft.
22.
That'll work. Alrighty, this is what you found. Let me dig it out. Hold on, in my massive list of crap you can find in this adventure,
If it's what
and allow it to be added to your
you said, it's
journals.
like insects in amber or something like that.
Yes.
It is indeed insects in amber. There you
Swarm
go.
bane
That's what you
class.
see.
Yep. Well,
It
that's
is a
great if we ever run
swarm
across a
bane.
swarm.
Swarm clasp. An ancient fossilized insect lies trapped within this ornate amber clasp. It's a clasp, yeah, impaled by a long golden pin that fastens to your cloak. The wearer's weapons, unarmed attacks, and natural attacks deal full damage to swarms, regardless of the swarm's immunity to weapon damage. It's pretty great. The swarms are a pain in the ass.
Yes.
Especially for fighters who have no other way of damaging swarms.
Oh, except for grenades.
Area attack
All right,
spells.
grenades will work on swarms. Buligup's hopeless against swarms. He'll probably just wave his tongue around and catch as many as he can.
Exactly. I mean, he can eat them, right, in mass.
Right. Ah!
Nanite swarm.
Dinner time, motherfuckers!
It sounds like it's gonna be a good night. I mean, wait.
It's gonna go all Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. That's a good burger right there.
Nice. Okay, what else you doing? You found the things for this
All
area.
right. So, assuming that the scholars have gotten their fill of goodies, and we've done our, I'm assuming when we've done our searching, and that includes the area back around the corner here.
Yeah, that's the whole area.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've observed the painting of not a spaceship flying through the sky over these creatures' homeworld.
Daryl, stop the barking.
All right. Well, I
It's a
guess we
not
don't have any
spaceship.
other way to go than back over here. This is all flat, so I'm wondering if there's secret doors around the way here.
Daryl, quiet your ass.
But there's
Let's just say you work your way around the walls throughout the day, checking everywhere you possibly can.
yeah,
and
we're trying.
eventually arrive at the door on the opposite side of the desert that leads to that level that you came out of.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to metagame, but we're just kind of like trying to.
Oh, I'm happy for you to
Find our
search all
way.
the walls.
Yep.
You find nothing all the way around until you get to the door on the opposite side.
Okay.
So,
So you're going
Sanvil,
to continue around the south side?
are you a spontaneous caster or a prepared caster?
Me?
Well, yes.
Me? I have a spell book.
Okay. Interesting. So do I.
Very good. That's nice. Maybe we could compare notes.
That would sound advantageous.
Yes. So
We can't move the NPC dude.
sorry, I
There he
can't
is.
open his sheet that well. Here he comes.
I'm coming.
He's here. So are you going in here again?
Yes.
Are you going to the other map? Shall I teleport you there, or do you want to look around here some more?
I don't think there's too much we missed. I assume dead guy's still where we left him and whatnot.
Dead guy. Oh yeah, in the lightning corridor.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's still there.
Sitting there, body twitching, jumping up and down every now and then.
Mhm.
Was that a cat?
Tweasley.
My goodness.
He's a very loud boy.
Yeah.
He's pretty loud.
Yeah.
Let's
Let
not
Sanvil
lie,
know that the
Tweasley.
lightning looks dangerous, but if you time it, we should have 10 to 12 seconds after each burst to cross the room.
Okay. Everybody passes through. Are you going to do the map? Want me to teleport you over?
Yes, bamf.
I'm doing it.
Unless we want to push random buttons in the room with the environmental controls or whatever that, yeah.
could potentially do that. Okay, let me.
I'm
grab
sure
you
nothing
all.
bad would happen.
Did we purchase aluminum foil to put around our heads to keep
on.
that guy out of our
This is
head?
the right you. We delete you. Let me go fetch the correct you.
I think it's tin foil or lead foil you need.
That's
Red foil. Anyways, hang on, bringing you in. Here we go, putting you in the entrance area. There you are. And Sanvil is there too. And let's just move you so none of you are outside the walls.
So since we started clockwise around the outside, do we want to go straight through again back to the room where the robot attacked you and continue that around the perimeter and then fill in the inside? Or
Sounds awfully complicated.
or we could just go down the hall and into these rooms close by.
Well, that guy doesn't know that we're back, and so I just assume not go past him again. We went through the center doors here, right? So
Right.
go back to the way we were in that medical bay, because I think we.
Yeah, because I was thinking if that medical bay, if people were dragged there, any survivors may be nearby, if there's survivors or other stuff.
Sanvil is playing with the computer. Oh, that's not the computer. The computer is here.
Yes.
He's playing with the screen.
It appears mostly non-functional.
Oh,
Probably too
he looks
damaged.
quite excited about the fact that there's anything on it at all.
So where did you learn so much about this strange technology?
I've lived in Numenaria all my life. Always been an interest.
Mine as well.
Good. Good. It is
Seem
good.
to be kindred
This is
spirits.
Interesting.
But in order for us to keep from being actual spirits, keep on our toes, shall we? And I'm going to go in
Actual.
through the doors here.
Which doors you heading through?
To
The
med
ones
bay.
to the medical bay.
You're heading to the east.
After admonishing the new guy for being rookie and chatting during game time, it's like, hey,
You're heading to the east again, and then through the elevator.
Correct.
Okay. Go on then. Move thyself. Ah! Everybody moved. Except for Tatia, who bounced back somehow. As you step through the elevator square, past the sparking electrical cable that you're potentially going to fix, you feel something crawl inside your head.
Oh, that fungus thing is around.
You see flashes of puddles of blood. Sense a kind of frustration.
We'll see if we can find more red food for you.
Frustration appears to be increasing.
He's getting hungry.
now you said that there wasn't enough giblets in this room for us to gather up and satiate this guy.
I mean, basically what's left of someone after lying in this is just paste.
We should have gone to a butcher shop and seen if we could have gotten a bucket of actual, pig blood or something for him.
Are you going into the med bay?
Yeah, I don't know if we searched that entirely. I don't recall, did we? So
I don't know, may have
we'll
searched
go in
it.
there.
Then we'll find out if somebody repaired the robot we destroyed or not, or replaced it.
Or it repaired itself.
True.
That'd be funny.
Oh, that seemed more like a meat bag repair unit than a robot repair unit.
It's definitely a meatbag repair room. Let's redo the description. Metal desks sit to the north and south of this long room, yet the most distinctive features are a pair of odd bed-like tables, flanked by curved panels of blinking, pulsing lights. Moving armatures of metal extend out over the beds, each outfitted with glowing panes of glass and strangely glowing tools. The chamber reeks of blood, with great crimson stains splashed across the device beds and floor.
I dare you to lay in the bed.
Yeah, I'll search this desk down here.
No.
Chat suggests you should go back and pick up Whitney's blood from where you fought the Galan.
It'll get a taste for female oracles. That's not a good.
I'll search about.
You're searching this room? I think you might have already searched it.
Probably.
Yeah. You have a look around. You don't think you've missed anything. Yeah, you have a good look. You don't. Everything in here is either destroyed or covered in blood or viscera. You could always bring the thing in here. It could do a cleaning job.
Does it look like these arms did it, or does it look like something else? Like,
oh, it definitely looks like these arms probably did it.
Not much of a
Basically,
healer.
it looks like whoever was strapped near the bed or held near the bed, the devices did their thing on them.
So either these are designed to torture and kill people, or they're designed to possibly heal people, but different people, and it's doing the wrong things to our people, or it's broken and it's fatally healing people.
There's nothing on these computers at all that are going to be able to glean any information. They're broken or shorting out.
Not really.
Ah.
Nothing here is really working all that well.
How long does it look like it hasn't been used in a while?
Looks like it's been used recently, and that's why there's pairs of kidneys lying on the floor.
And they're fresh looking kidneys.
What's the street value of those kidneys?
Oh, 6 gold pieces.
Oh my god, no. Negative everything to integrity.
Here, stable boy Goober, we need 6 gold pieces of kidneys. I mean, we need your help with something.
Nice. The party sidetracked from the adventure to start an organ harvesting group.
Feed me, Seymour.
To feed their gigantic plant friend.
Oh.
So do you want to do the doors to the south?
Sure.
Buligup will step forward.
Is there anything we can salvage from this machinery to use as weaponry or anything like that, potentially?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Numinaria fluids.
Sanvil will stand behind Kiernan. Where's the rest of you going?
Okay, not sure I'm fully comfortable with that, but I will swipe the brown card and kind of...
He has his longsword drawn. Hang on, is everyone in there where they need to be? Here we go.
I'm not touching it anymore, because every time I touch it, I break it.
Swipe the...
I'm gonna look like I'm doing something to the panel, like hitting buttons, and I'm gonna swipe it, kind of like using my hand to occlude it. I don't necessarily want to have him to know all my bag of tricks. So
he's the one that told us about the hierarchy of the cards.
Oh, he was.
So you don't need to swipe. It's not locked. You just need to touch the panel.
Okay.
You touch the panel. A row of beds sits along the southern wall of this well-lit room. Glowing screens and metal desks sit on the opposite walls, and splatters of blood adorn the floor and several of the beds. To the east, a large metal device that is the size of a large bed hums softly.
Must be that round thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the round thing.
But it's free of murderous robots and everything else.
Oh no, let's not think that.
Let's take a look at perception.
Hold on, get out of the room, jackass.
All righty.
Give a man a chance. I've got to change layers and everything. So
perceive into the room.
See, his description didn't say. Oh, and then there is like Vecna standing there.
That looks more like a cargo bot than the med droid that tried to kill you, at least.
Yeah.
There are 2 robots in this room. Buligup squeaks with glee.
Maximilian.
This is why we haven't been able to retrieve any full robots, Sanvil.
Okay. You see two robots in here. One looks very much the same as the droid you've already fought in the medbay previously. It has a hand filled with needles and other things.
The Krugerbot.
And the other one is a strange floating robot that seems to be flying on some kind of gyro. Let me see. What do I have here?
Oh, it's like a Skyrim Dweemer robot.
Oh, there it is. Here we go.
Is that how you say it? Dweemer, or is it Dwemer?
I always said Dwemer.
What?
Then what do I know?
Yeah.
What is it?
I always said Dwemer, but what do I know?
Like
That's
Lunar.
the thing. I don't fucking know, but I've always said Dwemer. But Dweemer also sounds totally legit now that I hear it out loud. So, like,
Okay, it looks like this.
Oh, that's like Claptrap on steroids from Borderlands, man. Fucking assassin ninja robot right there.
Claptrap.
So I was picturing it much more square from the one on the map. So I was like,
well, niggas can't be choosers when they're rushing to find tokens.
well, that's why I was just thinking it would look like cargo, like it was designed to fit around a crate or something. But
Dr. Ball MD, apparently. Okay, let's do this thing.
remember, select your token first
Hold
before
on.
clicking initiative.
Let me clear the turn order. Okay, we're good. Turn orders for everyone, please. I'll put you there. Bloop, bloop.
Kiernan the Fast.
Kiernan the Fast, huh?
Yeah, I open doors and I
That's-
jump to action. That's my thing. I've done it every time. It's just when normal combat happens with monsters coming out of the fucking ground, I can't do anything.
If there's any kind of normal monsters, we're all done.
That's
for.
right.
Okay, let's see.
my God, it's a buggy.
It's really gonna be bad when we people at the town, you know, the door will open and be like, oh my god, and they dive and I attack. Oh crap, sorry.
That poor barmaid never
do.
stood a chance. Medical drone. Initiative
That's what
5.
my maid should have known
Thought
better.
you were selling cookies. Medical drone.
Oh, that's probably what that brown stuff is. It's like, why is there a room full of leaves?
Ah, because it's fall. Duh.
That's where they store the pumpkin spice.
oh, don't.
We must burn it all. Burn it.
No, what's wrong with you? Oh my
Burn
goodness.
it.
I am
then
so southern and I
once-
love pumpkin everything and pecan everything. So
once it's vanquished, the peppermint will come out.
the season to pumpkin spice, man. I am so basic when it comes to that stuff. It's so I love pumpkin beer. I love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin everything. I love the smell.
Luckily, it's always sausage season.
Sausage season. That's sausage.
Pumpkin sausage.
Down south, it is always sausage season, though. You can have pork for every holiday. We don't fucking care.
Yeah. So
And
that's
I
why I
love-
want. You'd appreciate it since you're doing keto, Hal. You know the big Bavarian pretzels everybody's doing at the places now?
Yeah.
They should make one out of braided pork belly.
Yeah, they should do that. And then I would eat
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It's
God.
amazing.
Then you dunk it in mustard and beer cheese. And
Because that is the most magical animal on earth. It's the pig. They turn vegetables to bacon.
Apparently,
man.
chat's suggesting pumpkin spice Numerian fluid.
I do it. I would do it.
Gives you a
Snort
pleasing
that
taste, some monsterism.
Gives you a plus 10 to your roll.
Deep fried pumpkin spice
That gives you
Numerian
plus.
fluid.
That gives you a plus 20. You mix it with Red Bull.
Okay. That's
Oh
not
my
everybody.
God.
Here we
Well, that's why I need to work up a
that.
spell to help you with the drinking fluids, kind of like True Strike, but True Drink or Fluid Strike or.
Thing. Hang on. I've got too many NPCs, people. That's Sanvil. He got a 6.
Sanvil.
And Buligup, hoping for big numbers. Buligup got a
Ooh, 19.
19.
Top of the
Works.
order.
See, all he needs is some robots in front of him, and he goes absolutely crazy. Sees the red mist, and off he goes. Which is exactly what happens. He literally just stabs at the one directly in front of him.
Open the door. Supplies.
I'm never going to salvage a pet robot to be my.
No, you aren't, because he's going to beat the crap out of them all. He gets a +1 to this because this is a robot and he hates them.
Oh,
it's a 24 to hit, doing a mere 4 damage.
Tink.
So better than no damage, but still not as good as lots of damage. He needs a magic one of those. Kiernan, it's you.
All right, since we're acting before him, I'm going to take a risk and go behind him. So I'm going to go boom, boom, boom right here.
Very good. Yeah, it's nice.
And I'm going to stabby once because I have moved with the short sword, and I get sneak on this guy.
Do.
Bam!
Not because you're behind him.
Natural 20.
And crit threat roll for
15.
15, is that confirmed?
I don't know. You tell me. It's flat-footed, right? No.
It is.
No, it hovers.
It is crit. Flat-footed. It is crit confirmed.
Damn. So that's 11 plus 5 damage from the sneak. That's 16 damage.
Nice already.
But I don't think it's 4.
What does it do?
It's not 4 plus 11, right? It's 11.
The
4, 11.
Yes, yeah. One is the damage roll, and the other one is the critical roll.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
50, it's 50.
Wow.
It's
So
actually 20.
20 damage, bitch.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've got robots as a favorite enemy too.
Apparently, but Buligup nods approvingly as bits fall off it. Alexander, it's you.
Holy shit! It's not dead.
God, no,
Fuck.
it's not dead.
No, these are still pristine working robots.
It's kind of spinning a little bit on its gyro and fighting.
Yeah, I
its way
got
to
a
stay
rotating
straight.
gyro for you right here. I got.
Collector.
Alexander, it's you. There's robots. They're flat-footed.
Robots. Let's see.
Robots.
I can't bend them to my will yet, so I guess I will acid splash this one.
Robots. JC, let's go.
Alrighty. 18 for 1 point.
It will hit it, and 1 point of damage.
Help me! I'm
A little sizzle.
It corrodes vaguely. And now it is my turn.
Oh.
The medical robot
Oh.
shunters Kiernan.
Do I get any modicum of cover from the bed?
Injecty.
Because it's a security blanket, I should get at least a +2 for a security blanket.
But a medical bed's its favorite terrain.
Bastard.
Bonuses in here. Okay, claw. It goes to claw you for 25, doing 10
Shit,
damage.
that hits. That hurts.
I hope so. Additionally, you will now have the great pleasure of being injected once again.
Son of a beach. That's what I'm going to be.
That you need fort save for.
Fort save?
Fort save.
Fortnite.
Think I'm going to be stealing that cloak from Alexander. 16?
You're good.
All right.
Do not go numb this time, although you do feel it.
I feel it tingly in my tenders.
I prepared a document. Last time this happened, he drank the fluid, so I think he's going to drink them again.
Okay. So the other droid turns towards you as well.
I tumble.
And I have it into the system, but I can't find it, which is very annoying. So I'm playing it from the book.
I did 20 damage to this mother. Come on. Fuck it. I thought he was going to go down.
Okay. It's going to attack you with 2 of its hands. It's going to smash you with its forearms. And let's see if it does.
Big meaty forearms.
Miss.
7.
And a miss.
And an 8. All right. It looks very annoyed.
I use my somatic components.
Sanvil. Sanvil literally just steps in to here. He steps in opposite the flying robot, and he goes to attack the flying robot. He gets flanked.
Is his magicy still active?
No, it isn't. So this is at -1. So
Oh, his magic weapon still isn't active? All right.
You spent so long searching, it's not active. I don't think magic weapon lasts that long, does it?
No.
Magic weapon lasts for... That's not magic weapon, that's chill touch. Magic weapon. Oh, so much fun. I love playing NPCs I didn't build. Makes me so know their abilities super well.
1 minute a level.
Is it? Well, it's gone then, because you searched that desert for ages. So this is at -1 to attack.
Oh, dang.
20 hit, doing a minor 7 damage.
Well, he rolled a 1.
That would be 4 hit because he's flanking. The gyros kind of stop and it crashes to the ground unceremoniously.
Yay!
Way to go, Sanvil.
Thank you. Tatia, it's you.
I softened it up, you bastard.
The Galarn and the robot. Oh.
Tatia, what you doing?
She's on the AOL chat room right now.
That is not true.
The night was moist.
So do you want to hear the ignorant truth? Is I wanted to know who the fuck Jim Artis was because I was interested in our friend on Twitch, and I wanted to know why the name, not Jim Artis. And so I was looking up Jim Artis.
Is that some guy from Illinois?
Yes, he's from Illinois.
Illinois?
No. Bad.
400 quatlus on the newcomer.
Aluminium.
Nice one. Aluminium. Illinois.
No.
Arkansas.
No. Okay, so I am in no condition to do anything other than like chill and not die. So
Illinois.
Pardon?
You're a spellcaster.
Yes. Okay.
Throw your star knife.
Okay, so
Yeah, glaive it up.
good idea. I have 2 turns. I'm going to stay right the fuck where I am. I'm going to use my star knife, and then I would like to cast a spell if that's cool. Can I do that?
Right, I do dress like a Welshman. I've got no pants on right now.
Oh, is that true? Prove
Absolutely.
it. Prove it.
You wouldn't know.
Prove it. Prove it.
No.
Prove it. Prove it.
No. The internet isn't ready for that.
Do you mean US pants or British pants?
Yes.
Hold on, you're from further north. Aren't you more Scottish than anything? So there should be anything under there.
Where it's colder. It looks just like a penis, only it's in metrics.
Nothing more than God had blessed him with on his birth. Have you seen a baby's wee?
We broke hell. Yes.
What you doing?
No, I'm gonna throw my star knife.
Star knife misses and clatters off into the medbay.
Pling.
All right. And so then after that, I'm gonna do.
Can't throw your star knife and cast cure. You can only do one or the other. But I will let you keep that. I will let you keep that cure for next time you cast it.
No, then I feel like I'm cheating.
Really? I mean, you rolled it, right?
Unless you do it next
Everyone saw
round, you know, you could do it next round.
If I roll it next round and I roll better, can I have the better roll?
Sure.
Yay! Thanks. Okay. I will do that. Okay, so because I threw an attack, but don't I have, can I do anything else or do I just need?
3 types of actions. You can move, you can do what's called a standard action, which is attack, and you have a, what's the third type of action? Bonus action?
There's free. Yeah, there's a bonus
Bonuses,
action for free. You know.
Yeah, those are the
Because
basically it's move and attack essentially is what you can do.
Well,
And if you attack,
and since I didn't want to move, and because I attacked, that used up everything. Okay, gotcha.
You can still move. You can move after the attack.
That I was trying to.
you
Cool.
can still move.
I can still move. Okay, cool. So it's not like it has to happen in any particular order.
No.
With that, okay.
It can matter. It can matter though.
Yes.
Like you might want to cast the spell and then move into combat, as opposed to the other way around.
Okay.
You don't get attacked when you're in there.
I don't want to move. I'm just gonna stay right where I am.
What about your tiger?
My tiger also gonna kind of chill.
Too injured to fight, huh?
So I'm gonna like die then.
And
No,
might just be done.
You've got Sanvil with you. He's awesome.
All right, Buligup
Say,
will help
Buligup, move over here. Move over to the left. Move over to your right.
left. Okay, it's Buligup. Buligup moves across and goes to stab this next robot, who he hates deeply on many levels. This gives +1 for his burning hatred.
If he waits, he can. Well, okay.
Ooh. That's a 21 for 8 points of damage. Buligup croaks loudly and smiles with a big fat smile.
At second level, he doesn't get a bonus to damage. It's only to hit.
It's no bonus to damage.
Okay.
Just remember where his where the vitals of the last one were.
Right.
Probably
Kiernan,
only
it's
has
you.
2 more doses of the numbing stuff at least.
Do 5-foot step over.
Really? On top of the bed.
And
You are
steady.
not flanking there.
Aren't I with Buligup?
He is not in combat with the creature. He has got a reach weapon.
He just stabbed it. He's threatening it from that side. That counts, right?
I don't think so. I think he has to actually be next to it.
He has to threaten it, which he is.
Is that right?
I believe.
If you moved 1 more, would you be flanking with Sanvil?
True, but I didn't feel like I needed to, though. But
let's find out. But if he moves another one, it provokes an attack.
Yeah, I think so. But I thought that you have to be threatened from the other side, so he's flanking with a reach weapon.
Flanking. Oh, we're now on the basics, people. That's what happens when you bring. Goddamn Kingmaker, go away! It's Kingmaker again.
And really, isn't it like a normal size weapon when you're like itty bitty and you have a reach weapon?
I guess that's true, but it's still as long as it needs to be.
Huh. Looks like the consensus on the Paizo forums is that as long as you're threatening, you can flank. But
That was my thought.
Okay. Is that from anyone official?
I'm trying to reach. It's pretty extensive, but there's because there's a whole thread on flanking and reach.
Yeah, because I guess
they're drawn out of a map.
Let's rule for now that you are flanking. And we will review for future games.
All right.
And anyone out there who'd like to go to the website or talk on the Discord channel about what you think the answer will really be.
So what's everybody gonna be
16 and a 17, but I think I get a +2 from flanking, right? So 18 and 19.
Both of which hit, and neither of which we can see.
Really?
You and your hidden rolls again.
So I got a 2 damage, a 6 damage, and a 5 sneak. So I got 8, 13 total.
Oh, that's true. A reach weapon doesn't threaten the area immediately around Buligup, right?
Oh yeah, because it's too close until he can choke up.
Unless he opens his heft, which he can do. How much damage?
13 total.
I'm using the wrong fucking mouse.
Oh, good. Sanvil can finish it off then.
13, you said. That's good damage. It's still standing. Alexander, it's you.
Well, he did want me to huck a grenade into the combat last time, so I will acid splash.
Boop, 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 boop.
Everybody surrounding the creature. Let's throw a grenade at it.
He's like the
yeah.
predator at the end of the movie.
That's good. No, that misses. I'm afraid. Acid splash against the back.
Flirt.
All right, my medical drone has possibly 2 targets.
splurged.
Let's see. Highs or lows? Bill.
Highs hit me, I guess.
Okay, 4, 5, and 6 will hit you.
Bastard.
Hey!
That's so
He's
noble
going
of
for
you to
you.
take that.
I just
know,
figured,
it's so
you know,
nice. In front. It turns to you with a claw and swings for an 18.
which just hits me.
And that will be 9 points of damage and another fortitude check.
Let's
Even
see.
with the new armor you bought?
Ford. I didn't buy it.
Oh.
We never got a clear answer on the price or whatever.
You start to go numb. You're at -2 strength.
Well, it doesn't really
Congratulations.
matter. I'm unconscious, right? So, what's here? 9? So,
Oh, hold on. We've had a naughty word banned from the site.
Uh-oh.
There we go. It's the word shaft, apparently.
what?
He'd have to grip up his shaft.
Holy crap! Funny, and that got flagged somehow. I see it.
The
Oh, is
word
that-
shaft.
Oh, the
Didn't
auto
like.
auto on Twitch.
And yet it didn't flag the word squirting earlier.
Hold on. What?
That could be innocent squirting, but I mean,
But
have you ever gotten shafted innocently?
Right. I mean, this could be a forum about, I don't know,
Elevators?
polearm or elevators. Exactly. Could be an elevator repair forum.
Welcome to elevator chat, people.
Okay, it's still kicking. That's dead. Sanvil's turn. Sanvil will 5 foot to here, which is directly opposite Kiernan and between Buligup and the robot, and attempt to stab it. This is a +2. We have minus, it's +1.
Holy.
That's a 28 to hit on a critical, crit confirming on a 26, doing a grand total of 30 damage.
Sanvil's
Yeah.
the man. Jeez.
Fuck.
What the hell?
That can't be true. What? Is that his total damage? Or is that just his crit damage?
I think that's 12. 12's the normal, and the 28 would be on the crit.
8 is his crit, because I don't think he can get to 40 with just what he's got. So he's maxed out his damage. He rolled both maximum damages and got a 20.
Yeah.
It explodes and just falls to the ground.
And he's like, "Oh, fiddlesticks! I wanted to salvage that."
Right? It's just like he sighs to himself and picks up some bits that aren't quite broken.
Goes full Barney Fife on him. Well, golly.
Tatia, do you want to stabilize Kiernan?
Yes. Do I have to be next to him to stabilize him? I can't remember. I need.
Yeah.
Next to him.
It's very convenient that I'm already on a bed.
You can either use the heal skill or you can cast your healing spell upon him. What negative are you at?
-1 right now. I think.
-1.
Does she have an orison that is like a stabilized orison?
So I do. Yes, I do.
That's free.
Just stop descending any further.
Pardon?
That just stops him from descending any further.
Okay, so
Like
then
if you cast an actual healing spell, you can do that.
Yeah, heal will help too.
While she's doing that, I'll come in and check out this big thing in the corner.
Yeah, right? Let's do that.
Now that the dangerous robots are gone.
Oh, okay. I guess not. I guess I wouldn't use mending. Could I use mending on Alexander?
I don't think so.
I believe I'm too big.
I will slowly bleed out unless you heal me.
No, that was more of a theoretical question because he is a robot. Could I use
I'm an android. There's a difference.
Android? Since he's an android, could I use mending? on him if I ever needed to?
He's too large.
Okay.
I believe make whole can affect me, similar to a healing spell, but also regular
Right.
healing works for me.
I want you to make a hole in him.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Make a
roll
hole.
then the skill for heal.
Now that's not a sure thing. That Orison will stop my bleeding for sure. If you use heal and fail, I lose a hit point.
Cast Cure Light
Can I
Wounds and that
use
will
my
wake him.
spell Cure Light Wounds?
Yes.
You can. That will wake him right
Yeah, if
up.
you want to use the spell.
Use the spell. It's the way to go.
She did roll
Especially
that
with an
10
8.
before, but we can. Oh, 8. 8's good.
You've got an 8. You're good. I like beating you a bit. What are you back to? 7?
Yeah, I think so. 0
Okay.
plus 8.
So Kiernan's eyes open.
Oh.
Alexander, you hear the sounds of muffled screaming coming from inside this thing.
Ooh.
That's pleasant.
Can I
What thing?
knowledge engineering or something to try and figure out how to open it?
Gotcha.
Corner. Hello, Tyrael.
Tyrael!
Look at this.
Oh,
Hi, big boy.
lovely boy. Can you put the headphones on him so he can hear that I love him?
Oh my god.
I love you, Tyrael. Oh, I miss your big foofy face. You are just a big foofy cloud. You're a very good cloud.
Yes.
Oh, I love you, little cloud.
Does it sound like
Stinky. Chasing the cats, you big oaf.
is this
You
like
big
coherent human
Hey,
screaming or something?
Luffy.
You can open it reasonably easily. You figure out how with your amazing technical skills.
All right.
Inside, it's a startled naked man.
Sorry.
Does he
Very
meet the
matter.
description of any of the previous parties, or
He looks like this. I have a picture of him. Somewhere in my NPC section. I have so much shit
He
going
looks
on
like
here,
that. He
so-
looks like that.
No, maybe he doesn't.
Cornier Bane? We're here to rescue you.
It looks like
I'm here with Kiernan Fent, and you. No.
really. Oh,
Christopher Walken, very
like
angry.
Cornier Bane. Yes.
it is indeed Cornier Bane. You have found him. It appears that he is in pretty bad shape. It seems like the robots have crippled his legs with surgical incisions. And he is currently just twitching and not really focusing on you at all.
Well, we have some Numerian fluids you can drink to heal up.
I believe a priority is probably extracting him now while he's still alive. Then.
Yes, but he doesn't
Although we
have.
should probably
He
search
doesn't
the rest
have
of the
that.
room.
He doesn't have the water breathing though, and he might need it at this point.
In a sec.
I can air bubble him.
You got air bubble?
I don't, but I can spontaneously cast it.
Oh, does that make appear around his head?
Yeah.
And you can just drag him out.
Yeah, I can spontaneously cast it as a cleric or a druid. And
Any spell you want from any other arcane list.
no, just cleric, druid, and bard.
Oh, just cleric.
He's totally nerfed on that. That's totally unfair.
But it will cost me 2 spell slots to do that.
Ooh,
Dear.
privilege. Android
So
privilege.
you have to 2 spells cast that spell.
Yeah.
That's still pretty great, though, if you absolutely need something.
Yeah, that way I can actually heal the cleric if the cleric's down, or and also since most wizard spells also appear on those lists, I can backdoor into wizard spells I don't know yet.
Oh, very good. Nice. Everybody likes a backdoor wizard.
It's the robes. You don't hear the zipper holding. You know, it's.
Why they use button fly,
We're
right?
killing Wit right now. She's choking on a donut or something. She's.
While somebody who's better at comforting distressed humans checks out Corner Pain, I want to check out the rest of the room for possible tech salvage or something.
Salvage, you mean?
Loot.
Stuff. Okay,
Fat
give
loots.
me a perception check. Oh, wow.
15.
15 is sufficient. You search through the desks and discover some interesting technological devices.
Woot.
Let's see whether I've managed to get them in here.
I'll take one of these bed sheets and do like a toga for this guy because he doesn't have any clothes otherwise, right?
His clothes seem to have been torn away. There's like bits of clothing hanging on him, but he doesn't even seem to be aware of his surroundings. And you realize trying to move him, he's really uncoordinated. Okay, you find a time-worn radiation detector.
A what?
Awesome. Radiation detector.
Radiation detector.
Radiation detector.
I think that will come in handy.
Time-worn radiation detector.
Well, yeah.
Trusting you to do time-worn. So this device measures...
Alexander, you have the same trait I do with being able to roll twice and take the better, right?
Yeah.
The device measures radiation levels in a 120-foot radius circle as the detect radiation spell. When activated, the device makes a soft clicking sound that changes in volume and frequency according to the radiation level encountered. A small screen on top of the handheld device indicates the approximate source and strength of the radiation in the area. Quite expensive, has 10 charges, currently has 10 charges.
Bing, 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 bing. They're coming out of the walls.
Teriel, be a good dog. Jujun, stop encouraging him to fight.
Was that it, or said many technological devices?
Oh, those are the things. Hold on. I've got to make them active in your journal. You also find a medlance.
Medlance, nice.
A wand-like device that contains a reservoir in one end and a small pad at the other end. A medlance can be filled with a single dose of liquid, such as a pharmaceutical, a potion, or a poison. It can be then used to administer the liquid to a creature.
Like that anesthetic we took off the other doctor.
Injected.
Yeah.
Its contents, the wielder must succeed in a touch attack to dispense it as a standard action. Otherwise, administering liquid via a medlance is a move action. A medlance doesn't use charges, but after being used to administer 10 injections, its internal sterilization mechanisms are depleted and the device becomes useless. Medlance?
That sounds fun for me.
Exciting
Because
stuff.
I will use it for medical uses.
Fluids. Can it hold a full pint?
Right. Just fill it with Numerian fluids.
And backstab.
Okay. Also find a brown nanite hypogun. Nanite hypoguns inject specialized nanites into a creature's body to heal many sorts of physical and mental injuries. Injecting someone with a nanite hypogun requires a touch attack. 9 categories of hypogun exist, along with the colored scale, detailing how many hit points of damage determined by its color. So it's a healing gun. Each use of a hypogun on its primary setting consumes 1 charge. On the secondary setting, a dose from the hypogun has a different effect determined by its color. So for a brown one, it will heal 1d8 + 1, and the secondary effect is removing sickness. It has the capacity for 1 nanite canister.
And is it loaded?
Is loaded.
Okay, not time worn. That's handy at least.
Nope, it is time one. Sorry. Also find, in addition to this, usefully, 2 nanite canisters used to power technological devices that use nanites. They don't require other sources of power. A single canister contains enough nanites to provide 10 charges for a nanotech item or weapon.
One of those or more?
Two nanite canisters.
Awesome.
So the nanite hypogun does not take a battery; it takes one of these canisters for charge.
Correct. It takes nanite canisters instead.
Gotcha.
Which it's loaded, and then we've got 2 spare canisters.
And finally, you find a
Hemochem.
2 doses of grade 1 hemochem, which stops bleeding. 1 dose of hemochem grants fast healing for 1 minute. And you have grade 1, so it grants grade 1. Additionally, in the room, there are what can only be described as torn clothing and armor and equipment that you suspect possibly belonged to Connier Bane.
It's all destroyed, essentially.
No, it's not. Most of it's fine. Let me see
Okay.
what he has on.
Spellbook,
Connier Bane
spellbook,
has
spellbook.
on some potions. There's a scroll, another scroll, yet another scroll. There's a wand. There is a nice dagger. There is an amulet. There is another vial. There's an ever-burning torch, dangerously in the corner. There's some general camping stuff, some rations, water skins, blankets, and some gold, silver, and copper pieces.
Detect magic.
Magic is the potions are magical. They are blue in color. The wand is magical. The scrolls clearly have some magic in them. The amulet is magical. The ever-burning torch is magical. That is all.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can necessarily lay claim to these, but since we have a living survivor and an important one at that, I think we should, not to cut the adventure short, but probably hightail it to town. And
True. I would
Yeah.
just like to try and identify them in case they're useful in extracting them.
sure.
You can read magic on the scrolls, or you can identify the stuff.
I would like to do both.
Okay, so identifying. Make me roll for the wand.
Identify. Oh, spellcraft, right?
Yup.
He was anal probed, wasn't he?
With this wand.
14.
Good enough. It is a
You got
wand
it
of
done.
magic missile.
Ooh.
At caster level 3 with 44 charges. Walk it off. Oh yeah, Connier Bane, just for reference and for chat's edification, because they're telling him to walk it off, is currently at 0 hit points, minus 13 dexterity damage, and minus 12 intelligence damage.
Oh.
Ouch.
They've been experimenting with him or something.
He must have been drinking on the Numenarian fluids, teat.
He took even worse hits than you did.
Oh, barely. I got the con drained, man. I was effed up. I was like a geriatric, man. I was this close to having Werther's original candies or some shit.
The
Nothing
amulet
wrong
is
with that. Those things are freaking delicious.
They're amazing, which
yes.
from your grandfather.
greatest candy ever.
They are so good.
Better than that black licorice shit the old people had too.
Oh, gross. Gross.
Love black licorice.
It's like half.
Okay, the amulet. The amulet is an amulet of natural armor +1.
Ooh.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that.
I thought we couldn't lay claim to this, friend Kiernan.
Yeah, but we'll be better defended on our way out, and then we can give it back to them. I'm not laying claim to it. And I mean what I said, actually.
Oh, 28.
What else was there?
Potion, dagger.
Oh, yeah. The potions of cure light. There's 2 of them.
But
And the ever-burning torch is an ever-burning torch.
All right.
I don't want that.
You've got scrolls.
I want that.
I assume you cast read magic on them.
Yeah.
You have 1 scroll of technomancy, 1 scroll of detect radiation, and 1 scroll of unseen servant.
So I recommend scribing those into a spell book. It'll burn them, but you'll be able to keep that spell in your book for.
Yeah. And what was the third one? Technomancy, detect radiation, and
Unseen servant.
Oh, that's right.
Unseen servant.
Page Joe.
Yeah, too bad he's so messed up that he wouldn't realize we didn't find his stuff. Oh, never mind.
Right. And I'm assuming in here somewhere is his spell book, although it doesn't list it in his equipment.
Yoink!
He's got spells, so I'm guessing his spell book is here.
I assume he's.
Unless he left it at home, which would be stupid for a wizard.
I assume he's not a sorcerer, so.
Oh, he's a wizard. He's actually a specific kind of wizard too.
Oh.
What kind of wizard?
You have to ask him when he's cogent.
It's not a grand wizard.
I believe retreating back to town is probably the wisest choice. Oh, can we salvage anesthetic from this medical droid?
With that last hit, you can't. It literally is destroyed.
We obliterated that mofo.
I have 2 from the last guy.
Sanvil is picking up interesting looking things.
Can we salvage a tiny bit of glausite to repair the coupling with, perhaps?
Oh, there's some of the pieces of lying on the ground, of bits of glausite. Hello,
Pocket broken
Joe.
in bits.
Yep, that's what Kiernan, what Sanvil is doing also. So, should we say you return to town and we can leave it there as you manage to get Cunnia Bane out? If you cast air bubble or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
you can get him out without much of a problem.
I think that's a good idea because he's not really all together there.
You literally have to carry him out.
Yep.
Totally useless. He can't walk. He can't even think for himself. He just drools on your shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah. Air
Does he
bubble
ask for Werther's candies?
lasts for 2 minutes. So,
Doesn't ask for anything. He can't even put words together.
Can we draw a silly mustache on his face?
You can draw one on his forehead. He's not going to know. Joe.
I think we'll take him directly to the Temple of Bri, and we'll send not that she's an errand girl, but send Tatia to fetch his daughter.
Okay.
Because I don't want the new guy to do it because he'd take credit for it, you know.
Sure.
Okay.
So he's set up in the Temple of Bri. Val is on her way, and we will call it there.
All right.
Sanvil heads off to analyze his finds. You see him dragging various bits of the place and pulling cable and stuff as he leaves.
Dude, what are you like ripping off stuff for selling copper, raw copper? What are you doing? We might need that cable. Look, that computer screen just went off.
Right? He doesn't care about that. Fuck you. Okay.
That had a internet connection for porn downloads, you know.
Right. You face one advanced Galan.
Advanced Galarn.
Advanced, yes.
Just nasty, sharp, pointy teeth.
I'll be able to tell you what it's worth for experience. It was worth 800 experience.
All right.
You also faced a medical drone and a collector robot. The medical drone is worth 600, and the collector robot was worth 800.
Nice.
Does anyone have the local ties campaign trait?
I do not, unfortunately.
The what?
Local ties.
I don't think anybody does.
I mean, we've both been in town a few weeks, but we're
Oh, it's a specific campaign trait that lets you know Connie, Bane, and Val.
Nope.
Oh, we get more
Start
XP if
to
we
get-
actually are friends with them or something?
Yeah, basically, it's like when there's certain things in here. If you have the right campaign trait, you get experience. Okay, you get him out. He's in the Temple of Bri, and your experience total is what was that? 1600 and
2200.
Was there any like campaign XP for saving?
That would have been if you had the local ties campaign trait.
No, we just get money for saving him alive
Oh, okay.
and the scroll.
You do. And a scroll. Let's not lie here. That scroll's worth something.
Yeah.
What's that?
So are we dividing 4 ways or 5 ways on experience since we had a Sanvil with us?
Oh, apparently you had to open up in the side. You had to use your black access card to open the door to get Cunnia out.
Oh.
Which I had. So.
Okay. What'd you say about that?
No, I have the key card, so yeah, it's all good.
I think so.
Yeah, so were we dividing 4 or 5 ways for XP?
Sanvil doesn't need money. He was happy for just to go with you.
All right, so what, 550 XP a piece?
550 experience. Are you leveled?
No.
So
we don't level for ages.
753.
Yep.
You're getting there. You are getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Oh, Thing,
Right.
did that money that you gave us earlier, did that include that 55 gold piece agate, or we still have that as a gem?
No, because I thought you said we wanted that to possibly barter with.
I just wanted to make sure. So.
Okay. Say good night, kids.
Night,
Night,
kids.
Bye.
Bye, all. Visit the website and the Patreon and the Twitter and the Facebook and the Discord and everything else. Come say hi.
Like it and tell your friends and tell your enemies because they might like it too.
And also the YouTube. Like on there too.
Mm.
All right, night, y'all.